I got shoes on my feet.
All right, welcome to the Feedback Podcast, everybody. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's see, couple of announcements. Make sure you follow the Feedback on social media, BAK, Instagram preferably. Leave a review on iTunes. That helps. I ain't got no Patreon. I ain't got no sponsors or nothing. So I'm doing this. This is all my money, all my time, and I've been doing it for 9 years now. So do me a favor. Just go and support, share it, go to the archives. I just talked to Angelo Vecchio. That was a dope episode. Talk about hip hop dads and stuff because he's a battle rapper.
Mm-hmm.
Who else I had on recently? Katie Felton was on. Go back and check out the episode I did with Anya Cologne. Everybody's telling me that was funny as shit. My conversation with Anya. She'll be back on. I have another episode in the can that I got to release, so stay tuned for that. Follow Hip Hop Bingo on Instagram. We're going through some rebranding right now, so just give us some time. We'll be back with a brand new version of the game. I think you'll like it. And that's it. So on this episode, it is my monthly episode. My man Aaron Cheatham is in my building.
It's a heat check. It's the monthly heat check.
Is that
With your boy Aaron Cheatham in the building.
Freckle nose.
The freckle nose assassin.
The freckle nose bastard is back in the building. So how was your month, man? It's been a while.
It ain't been a while. You saw me last week.
Yeah, but I mean, we did the show. Well, first of all, I want to say, I want to thank you for having me on the come up.
Yeah, no doubt.
It was a lot of fun going up. Yeah, I did go up first.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I did okay.
Yeah, you did good.
Okay, I'll take that. I'll take it good.
For you, you did good.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, for you. Yeah. Somebody else, I might have been disappointed, but for you, you did good.
Yeah, okay. If I had bombed, I don't think you'd be back here.
Oh, I'd be back here. And oh, trust me, if you bombed, I'd be back here. Listen, you're my boy. I'll be back.
And talking shit
Yeah,
the whole
if you
time.
bombed,
Remember that time you bombed?
You come on my show and bomb, nigga. We're gonna spend a whole feedback giving you feedback on that bomb if you had bomb, but you didn't. You didn't bomb.
You didn't even stick around.
What, for your set?
Yeah.
I was there. I did.
You caught the last part of it.
Yeah, I had. When you're running the show, you got to handle some stuff.
I get it.
So I missed maybe, but you were up there. Oh, I caught more than enough. I may not have caught the whole set, but I caught 10 minutes of it. I missed the first two because you're supposed to do 10. I
did 12.
Yeah, you did about 12, almost 13. So put that down in your notebook. That's right there. Might be a little benchmark for you right there. You got a little 13.
I didn't know.
No, it's not even your bad because I had to go outside and, be like, are you taking time? Because I'm not taking time. Are you taking time? So that's why I missed the beginning of your set was trying to figure out who was taking time. So by the time we started taking time on you, you had already been up there a couple minutes. So, fuck, you might have did 20.
No. I know even Angelo was like, that last joke, there was more to it, right? And I'm like, yeah. I didn't know I was past the 10 and I kept going. Like, let me pull one back that I haven't done in a while.
You didn't get the light until you got it. So, like, to be honest, you didn't run it. You just...
You know what? I've noticed I don't like the 2-minute light.
What do you like?
I like the 1-minute light.
Really?
Yeah, because it's hard to tell.
Oh, because you're gauging how long is the 2 minutes?
I don't know what each of my jokes, how long they are individually.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know if it's a minute, I know what I can fit in a minute. But I don't know. Like I'm not trying to keep track in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking in terms of the jokes I can say.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So a minute gives me enough time to close out what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And probably not start a new one.
Right.
And 2 minutes is like I could be in the middle of a bit and I'm like, oh, maybe I have enough time to do another bit. That's a little longer, but I don't.
No, just fucking keep it the same then. Like, just if you get a 2-minute light and you're not sure, then just fuck it. Like, finish what you're doing, get a laugh, get out. Don't need to, even if you leave a minute on the clock, I mean, don't go chasing a laugh. If you got a laugh, get the fuck out. You know?
Yeah.
Just get the fuck out. Don't go chasing a laugh because then you fuck around, not get it.
And
right?
leave on the bomb.
Or no, because here's what happens is people won't get the laugh and then they don't get off. Because like, I don't want to leave like that. And
I've seen that.
And that's how you end up running a light because you could have got off. You had a spot. You had a landing spot.
Yeah.
And then you're like, fuck. All right, well then, let me just slide one more in real quick. And then now you're not even telling the joke the way you usually do. Now
rushed.
You're rushing it. And
exactly.
all
That's
that
what
shit.
happened. That's what happened. The last one I did. So I had 3 shows this past week.
Mm-hmm.
So I had yours. I went down to San Antonio. Shout out to Tony Bain. over at the corner brewery thing,
Mm-hmm.
it was mostly Mexicans in the room.
It's San Antonio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No, I figured.
It's my people.
I figured. And so
Hola, ¿qué pasó?
it actually that went well. Shout out to everybody who was on there. I went down with Alden and Mike.
Okay.
So that went well. And then on Friday, I did the lipstick thing. That's Katie's joint at the Last Stand Brewery. That was actually a lot of fun.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice.
One, she really puts on a show with the lip sync battle at the end, and she commits to that shit.
Oh, so like, does everybody on the show have to lip sync a song?
No, so the crowd votes for the best set.
Okay, and that person has to
battle Katie in the lip sync battle.
Let me get up in there. I will.
Yeah, put some Neo on.
No, not even.
His cardigan, his red cardigan.
Don't even fucking flex on me, son. My shit was fly.
No, I don't care. I showed it to Angela. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Angela was like, "He look like Neo."
No, he don't. The red cardigan and the WWF.
I told you the belt was just because I was at a party and the only picture I took that night was at a party and somebody let me hold their belt.
I'm saying you could have passed for Boys II Men with that red cardigan.
I'll take it. I'd have been Sean.
I'm saying
I'd have been Sean. I'm not one of the Morris brothers. I wouldn't have been Wanye or Nathan. I would have been Sean.
But it could have been just this is what I wear on a Friday night. This is wearing a cardigan.
Please, you know me for a minute. I don't dress like that.
I know, but if I don't know you and I see that, I'm like, yeah, this is Friday. What's that got to do with Neo?
There was a minute that I might have tried to dress like that, but that shit is an expensive habit to keep. And I was like, you know what's real nice? T-shirt and jeans, because I'm on my Adina Howard. See, I walk around the house with nothing but my T-shirt and my pants. Never mind.
Oh, fuck. Let's isolate this clip right here. But anyway, I forgot where
You said you had 3 shows. You just told me about the last one. Lipstick.
So Katie dresses like she has an outfit. Like she did Bieber. So she had a wig and she had a whole.
Is she wearing it the whole time, or
just for the lip sync? And then Raymond and Jack Schutze went together, and they didn't know how lip sync works, and they picked a song that people know but nobody knows the words to it. So that was kind of But the show itself is fun. My jokes didn't really land because it's a bunch of white people at a brewery. I don't want to blame it on the audience, but I thought I did okay. But when it came to votes, some people screamed, some people didn't. But I'm okay with that.
I want to do this now because I want to battle Katie.
I want to battle so bad too. I was going to beat it.
You're gonna do. See, here's the thing.
I could have done the whole dance.
I would probably come with like.
What would you do? Please say Cisco thong song.
The call back to the come up, huh?
Yeah.
Beyonce, Dance for You. I'd do that.
Which one is that?
Do I have to like sing it?
Yeah.
How about I just hum it like? Cause I'm not gonna.
Go ahead.
Tonight I wanna dance for you. Ooh, whoa. Tonight I wanna dance for you. Ooh, whoa. Tonight I wanna put my body on your body, boy.
Okay, dude, it don't sound like Donald Duck. I don't know that song.
Oh, well. I mean, I could play it for you if you would like.
No, I mean, I could too.
Yeah,
I'll get pulled.
Yeah, well.
But anyway.
But
fair enough.
Yeah, I'm just joking about. I mean, I might actually pull something because you want to see that's not the Beyonce song to bring out if you're trying to win a competition.
You do Single Ladies.
No,
you do Partition. You do 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
Yeah,
that's
7-Eleven.
That's where I start.
Yeah, 7-Eleven makes sense.
Yeah.
What's the one song where in the video?
Get Me Body.
No. That was a song she did for. She did a remix of that for Michelle Obama.
Yes.
For kids. I had a routine. I mean, she basically described a routine in that song. And I had to teach that to a bunch of Westlake MILFs at one point.
A bunch of Westlake MILFs?
Yeah, I worked at a gym off of 360.
Really?
And I was teaching a dance cardio class.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And all the women there were like, yeah, they're just, ladies from the area.
Yeah.
And I had to Get Me Bodied was one of the routines that basically taught them like all the dances that they do in the video.
Okay. So did you wear your spandex for that?
Yeah, I had it all.
One piece?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very Terry Crews.
The heavy socks, yeah, I did all that.
Like a
socks.
Like a 5'6" Terry Crews in that bitch. Just headband on.
All of that. And they love me.
Indeed.
They love me.
That's you know what? Yeah, I might have to hit her up because that sounds like a really interesting show. I'm
It's
gonna
fun.
ask you though,
Uh-huh.
because last month I was here
Mm-hmm.
and we discussed the come up, at the beginning and whatnot, and then you came to both of the shows this month. So, for your listeners,
Mm-hmm.
maybe give them an idea of your thoughts on the show, what they can expect if they were to come to the show.
If you were to come to the come down to the come up. That's
Yeah, you're gonna come up to the come up.
if you're gonna come down to the come up. Let's see. Well, yeah, the format has changed. First of all,
The way we did it this last time is the way it'll be going forward.
okay, so I like that. I think 5 minutes is a little short for a break.
Mm-hmm.
It turned out to be like 10 or something.
You're not telling them about the goddamn show. Like you ain't got to explain to me. Like we talked about that. I'm talking about let them know.
Oh, do you want me to plug your show?
You were at two of them. You were at the two shows.
Okay, so
let them know what it's about. Because we're talking about the come up.
Here's where it goes down. Cheatham here is the host, and he's got a DJ, DJ Brown Sound.
Mr. Brown Sounds.
Mr. Brown Sounds.
Mr. Brown Sounds.
His brother-in-law, who's a good DJ. He got great taste of music. Okay, so he plays some tracks, get everybody in the mood, while people come on in, right? And then you come in, shoot the shit for a little bit, bring up 3 comics.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's an intermission type deal.
Mm-hmm.
Take a break. DJ plays some shit, and then headliner comes in,
Mm-hmm.
does what he does or she does,
Mm-hmm.
and then there's a Q&A after that.
Yeah.
So it's a pretty straightforward show, but I think the musical element, it really was what separates it from the rest. And also,
I'm a fucking wild card.
yes. So and on top of that, it's like it's one of those shows, and I don't know if you want to make the announcement now or what, but
Go ahead.
like it could turn into anything because the format works. The idea is that you get 3 comics, you get a break, and then something else.
A headliner and then a Q&A afterwards.
Exactly. And the Q&A is actually pretty dope. Because last time, Derek went off on Drake.
Oh, that was during his set.
That's right.
That was during his set, and he was talking shit about me, but that's cool. Derek Poston lit my ass up. That old nigga talking shit about Drake in the back. You want everything to be gangster? All the gangsters died at 24. He's trying to live. Did you see the video he posted of that? Yeah, he posted on his Instagram stories. He posted like him breaking down the 2 Drake songs.
Yeah, that was on the spot. That was dope.
That was legit on the spot. Yeah, that was super dope.
Shout out to Derek, man.
Derek Poston is a beast.
At one point.
He's a beast.
Yes.
No, so I mean that's a pretty much good layout of the show. I think the thing that separates the show from other shows, or what I enjoy about the show, is just that it's a lot of fun. Like
what shows is not a lot of fun?
Oh well, there's shows that are fun,
Yeah.
but it's like it's fun but this is a different type of fun. Like everybody enjoys themselves at the come up. That's kind of my thing. It's like it's because I'm not even doing like any material from my set or anything. I'm just up there having fun, you know. And I think that like permeates from the stage to the audience, and everybody just really lifts their guards down and just has fun. It's the fun. I think it's one of the funnest shows that you're gonna find in Austin. Like legit, from beginning to end.
I'll give you that. I think anything that, put it this way, love comedy, love music. You put them both in one show, it's a win for me.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you can go to shows with a bunch of comics and they go one at a time and they talk. It's like, oh, we have a showcase. Okay, there's gonna be 5 comics on the bill,
Mm-hmm.
and then you leave.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it when there's a musical element to it. That's what we're talking about. Katie's joint, the lip sync, the way she puts on the show, adding music element, it works.
Right.
And people are getting into it. So I think the format you have works. We just need to get people to show up.
You know what? You're doing a really shit job of pushing. Listen, y'all, this is the greatest fucking show you've ever fucking heard of. Now, you make your way down. Do most of your listeners live in Austin or they live elsewhere? Cambodia? Listen, get on a boat, nigga. A big-ass banana bamboo boat. Get on a motherfucking boat. All right, get your ass to Morocco somehow. You get to Morocco, it's 3 flights, all right? You're going to take a couple stops. It might take you about 18 to 28 hours to get here. But when you get to Austin, Bring your ass to the come up, because your Cambodian ass ain't never seen no shit like this. Trust me. If you live here in Austin, though, listen, man, like there ain't nothing else like it. Ain't nothing else like it. I'm trying to tell you. You made me put on my Don King hat and shit. I've been sitting in the living room for 3 hours, and I got out my zone a little bit. Now I'm back. I had to wake the fuck up a little bit. I had smoked some weed earlier. I'm not high no more. So now this is sober me talking about back did a shit job of trying to listen.
I just told you it was dope. What else you want me to say?
I want you. You're like, it's a very good show.
I did not sound like that.
You had music and
I did not sound like
you're
that.
Right. You're right. You sound like. It's a very good show.
I knew you were gonna do that shit. It's a very good show.
It's a very good show.
Listen to me. Hey, listeners, listen to me. It's a very good show. Okay. They have music.
They have music.
They have comedy. The crowd is dope. The Q&A is dope. Oh, the mic in the crowd is dope.
Yes, thank you.
Shout out to Reese for that. That's always fun. So look, bottom line is
you're gonna enjoy yourself. Really, if you just look, it's a Tuesday night, and there ain't a lot. I would say there's not a lot of options on a Tuesday, but lately there have been. But I mean, if you're just looking for a good hang, if you're looking for a good hang on a Tuesday, some music, some comedy, go home happy with the decision you made to go out, come out to the come up, out down at the creek in the cave. We have a great fucking time. I think I'm done promoting my show now. I just want you motherfuckers to know, like, this show is a lot of fun, and it ain't just gonna be comedy. Back didn't want to spill the beans, but I mean, I'm looking at bringing in some local hip hop artists and stuff, local musicians, not just hip hop, just music in general. I might have some musicians come through, and we're gonna expand it a little bit more because, I mean, this is like music and comedy are my things, right? And
if you had video games, I'm there.
Listen here, we can get a pregame. Well, they got a screen in there. We might
look. I had an idea. I talked to Pat Bernard about it last year, and then the room closed. But I have an idea.
Is it because did it close because you talked to Pat? Because I can see that happening.
No. I love Pat. Pat loves me.
I'm just saying you might be an omen.
No. I don't. You mean I make comedy clubs close?
That's right. In fact, I'm kind of regretting you coming to my show now. Back shows up, the creek closes down. This is some bullshit.
Yeah, that's what happens. But yeah, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you later.
But you don't want to tell the people? Tell the people you want to. Don't be afraid of it.
No.
All right.
Let me. I know exactly what to do.
Mm-hmm.
I just haven't had the time to do it. It's already clear in my head.
Okay.
So it's a matter of executing it.
Let me ask you something. How long has the idea been in your head?
Oh, over a year.
And how many renditions of the idea have you run through?
What do you mean?
Like, has it always been the same idea from the beginning, or have you kind of switched it up? Like, you know what, it'd be better if I...
3 times in my head.
Okay. All right, so then, that might work.
That's something solid.
All right. I will... I've been to Hip Hop Bingo.
Okay.
I've been on the feedback.
Uh-huh.
And I believe...
What?
That if it's something that you have worked out in your head,
uh-huh,
and that you put your time and energy behind it,
uh-huh,
I've seen the work you do,
mm-hmm,
and it'll be acceptable. It'll be passable. It'll happen. It'll be all right.
Here's the thing: if you haven't met me, I don't half-ass anything I do.
Facts.
I do not half-ass. Look, I have a podcast studio, kinda, and when I do my bingo shit, when I do anything I do, I don't half-ass. It might take some time to actually build, but I'm like, my bandwidth is really slim right now, so I don't want to give the idea away.
Okay, that's fine.
But I think it'll be fun.
I'll say that, just based off your track record, if you put your mind to it, I think it'll be fine. Legitimately. Like the come up was in my head for like 18 months before we did it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I
had that idea. I never told you.
What, the come up?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I had the idea like...
You executed, so good for you.
In January 2021, I came up with the idea. And then I pitched it to the podcast network in like June last year.
Mm-hmm.
And then I pitched it to a couple of other venues trying to make it happen. And it went through a bunch of renditions itself. Because like where we're at now isn't the initial idea. So, but it's still the skeleton. It's the same bones. I just had to rearrange some shit.
Oh,
but
okay.
That's why I asked how many renditions you've gone through. Because I mean,
I've seen. There's some comics who do a version of that. No, actually, no. I don't know. Not even.
of what of your idea?
Not the way I wanted. I have it in my head.
Cool. Well, then fucking hold that shit
Oh yeah, I am.
like a blood diamond. Like a blood diamond.
It's me, Jimon Hunsu.
Yes. I hid it between my toes, and then I dug a hole and pretend to take a pee pee. And I put the idea in there. That's what he did. He hit the diamond in between his toes.
I don't remember that.
And then he went and dug a hole, like he was pretending to poop. And then he dropped the diamond in there, buried it, and then went back. You don't even support your own people.
No, people just say I would look like him.
People say you look like him.
Like Jimon Hunsu.
Were they white people?
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I'm Amistad. I'm a lot of things for this guy.
I did call you Amistad, but it was, that was more on voice, not on you look like the nigga. You
no.
Like
look, I get Jimon Hunsu and I get Sean Patrick Thomas.
Which one is he? Oh, the one from
Save the Last Dance.
That's okay.
Says I had a girl walked across the dance floor. He said, "Oh my God, you look like Sean Patrick Thomas."
Dance with me, black man.
Yeah, teach me some moves.
Like, did you teach her some moves?
Fuck no. I ain't got time for that shit. I hate when people do that.
Were you dancing and then she came over and asked you, or were you just standing?
I was just grooving. I was not.
Oh, so you weren't like actually putting on the moves and shit?
No. I wasn't going all out like I usually do.
Right. I've seen you.
I was on the sidelines, just minding my own business, and then she walked across the room.
That was a bitch trying to get some dick. You should have served her up.
No, she just walked away. She said, "Oh my God, you look like Sean Patrick Thomas," and then she's walked away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was it.
Was it in Austin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so Austin.
Yeah, it is.
That is so Austin.
It is.
How's your month been?
Yeah,
all in all, besides coming to the come up and the greatness that you experienced there, how's your month been?
Pretty good. Trying to think of the highlights. Oh, there's one thing I wanted to bring up. So, I was out last night actually for one of my boys' birthday, and I want to get your reaction on this. Let's say there's 10 girls in the club, in the bar, right? Mm-hmm. 10 clubs at the bar, they're having a good time, they're dancing and everything, right? DJ plays a song, and one of the girls walks up to the DJ and basically put her hands. I don't know if she was like complimenting him or requesting the song or what, but she basically put her hand in his face, like over his equipment. Mm-hmm. And my boy goes, "Get your hand out, like get your hand away, because this is expensive shit."
Right.
And she started saying, "Oh, well, you suck." I heard that part. So my boy was like, "All right, you're out." Called security, and all 10 bitches left. And they were all there having a good time, drinking and everything. And
there's always one in every crew.
No, yeah.
There's always, especially, like, look, I've heard this said about dudes. Like, you can't have more than 4 guys or more than 3 guys in a group doing something. Because once you add a 4th person or more, that's when you get your variables, right? That's when you end up with the hangover, when you add the 4th guy. You can go out with a group of 3 guys, and they all kind of hold each other accountable, and it doesn't get too crazy. But once you add a 4th, that's when shit goes wild, right? 10 girls.
Girls is different. Girls is the opposite. They'll go 10 deep.
So you know the bit I have, you know that joke I have about doing the show in Seguin, right? And there was 4 girls from Corpus Christi there.
Yeah, and then there's
so that's
dirtiest.
Yes, that's a real story.
Oh,
that's a real story that happened. And I did a show in Seguin, and afterwards there were 4 girls from Corpus Christi there. One of them came up to me afterwards, asked if I wanted a shot of Fireball. Mm-hmm. She did pull a bottle out her purse and then take a swig and then say, "Is your mouth clean?" All that shit really happened. Then I'm sitting there with I was with Wes Corwin and Blake Bowles. Mm-hmm. We were there, and then we watched this group of 4 girls like completely disintegrate in front of us.
What do you mean disintegrate?
So, like I said, once you add a 4th person, that's when you have that variable. And so I'm watching these chicks, and I'm like just pointing out the roles. Like in the group, this is that person, this is that person, this is that person.
Yeah.
Right?
This is the we gotta go, bitch.
So
this is the
So the one that
I don't like this music, bitch.
The one that came up to me and offered me the drink was like, okay, so she's the cool one, right? She's the Miss Congeniality of the group. She was real cool. And then one of them was like clearly the school teacher bitch. Guys, it's time to go. Blah blah blah.
Yep.
Then the bitch came out, and I don't mean that to be derogatory, but you all know what the fuck I'm
You
talking
can
about.
act like a bitch. You don't have to be one, but
right.
you act like one.
The group bit. You know,
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
the one that, you know, when
Usually
she sees...
not the prettiest one. Usually it's a stubby one.
Listen here.
It's this, come on, man, admit it.
I'm not saying that this chick is from Arkansas, but she looked like a Razorback, all right? Like, I'm just...
Look, man, it's always... She's the one that makes the other ones look prettier.
The one that when somebody's hitting on one of the other chicks at the bar, the one that steps in.
Yes, the cock blocker.
Right. So she and the other girl come out, and she just immediately starts bossing the other chicks around. And they've been cool. Like we had the shots, and the school teacher and the cool one. They were out there. We were cutting it up, and then the librarian looking bitch came out. And then, you know, the Egon from the Ghostbusters, that bitch came out. And then the bitch came out. And she just, she works at Witch. You ever met her?
The bitch.
She comes out and just immediately, and then like you can tell the energy shifted.
Well, what'd you do? What happened?
Had nothing to do with me. It's just she came out and she's the boss. She wanted to be in charge. She was like, no, we don't have time for this. And then she's like, why is this in your purse? She just go, and immediately everybody's like, we gotta go. Yeah. And I was like, word. And thank you for the shot, dirty Corpus Christi mouth bitch. And then, but it was like, so when you say there's 10, it's like, anytime once you get over that 3, you don't know when somebody is gonna fucking ruin it for everybody else.
You never approach a group of girls when there's more than 3 of them. You just don't. Like you said, because the 4th is a wild card. One of them can be sloppy. The 5th one had a bad day.
And when you got 10, that means you've got for sure 2.5 variables in the group. If we're doing proper math, you got 2.5 variables in the group out of 10.
Yep.
That's 75% of the group is straight, but that other quarter will fuck up a night for that whole group and you.
And all it takes is for one to go, I'm not having fun here.
Yep.
For everybody to go. And one of them goes, I don't like this music. Or I got to work tomorrow, and then she drove.
That's the thing. Now, if she drove, that's where, Now, like, you know, if I'm not enjoying myself, the other ones, they'll try to appease her for a little while. You know, oh, it's okay. Maybe he'll switch it up a little bit. It's all right. Hey, look, there's some cute guys over there. And then a couple songs later, it's too warm in here.
I can't stand that shit. I can't stand, like, I will always side with the DJ. In this situation,
she was in the wrong. Like no, this dude's working.
No, I mean, he was pissed off that she had her hands over his equipment, because I've seen it where girls get drunk and they bump the shit and the turntables fall and then they have to pay for it.
Or they knock a drink over.
And all kinds of shit happen, right? Or they dance too close and all that. And I've seen, but as soon as the DJ replies with something like, hey, like get off, it's like they turn into a Karen or a white bitch heckler at a comedy show. And be like, oh, you suck. If she hadn't said that, it would have been fine. But because she said you suck, he was like,
was it a bachelorette party or something? Or
no, not even. It was just a group of girls on a Sunday from Michigan.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Look, man, it don't matter. But and then I walked outside after they got kicked out because I was just going home, and I stopped and there was 3 of them. None of them was the one that actually talked shit, and I said, well, I mean, she was talking shit to the DJ. She said he sucked. You just don't do that. And she goes, you mean you douchebag of a DJ? No, he's not a douchebag. And she goes, oh, we're fine anyway. Thank you. And that's the stubby ugly one who backed up her friend. And I was like, you know what? I ain't wasting my time with this. Because I've seen like song requests gone wrong many, many times.
Like how wrong?
Oh, my favorite of all time is Mel. DJ Mel. Don't ask me who DJ Mel is.
No, I got you.
He's been on the show. I think he has a record on like how many times he's been on this podcast.
I'm gonna break it.
Oh, he was Obama's DJ, and he has the living room dance party on Saturdays and all that stuff. Dope dude. And he was playing at Malverde, and it was a bachelorette party. And Malverde was like kind of the stop. People will start the night there, kind of thing. And so there was, talking about 10 girls, right? and one of them, of course, the fat ugly one, comes. Everybody else is having a good time, but she thinks that the music should change. So she goes up to Mel, and I'm standing right next to Mel, and she goes, the stupid ass question, can you play something we can dance to? And Mel straight up goes, I am. Everybody else dancing but you. Right? She said, all right. She comes back 5 minutes later. Ask again. Do you have this song? And Mel didn't even look up. And Mel's short. He's like 5'1". He's like, he didn't even look up. He just changed the record and he played Metallica Master of Puppets. On it, like just dropped it. He waited, and then that was it. And then he just looked at her, and I cleared the room. The bartenders were having a ball. I mean, it's a dope song. I love Metallica, right?
Yeah.
And but the whole bachelorette party left.
Now he wasn't DJing for the bachelor party. He was just DJing, and they were there
that night, and they were there.
Okay.
And they actually came back later that night, and I don't think she was there. The one that
they typically don't make it the whole night. Yeah. I'm going home. Yeah. And then here's the thing, like they're all friends. Like I've seen this multiple times, where there's a friend like that plays a role. She has a role in the group, in the ecosystem of the friend group. Mm-hmm. But there are those nights when the rest of the girls really just want to have fun. I had a night like this in New Orleans, where we met a group of girls during Mardi Gras, me and my boy, and there was one that was like that, just bitching about everything. Every bar, she was bitching about everything, right? And we just met these cats.
I don't like this place. I don't like this music.
The
My ex-boyfriend's here.
It was always something.
I ran into an ex-boyfriend. Then stay home, bitch.
And the girls were like, we're going to go talk to her. It's okay. And they walk over and they talk or whatever. And then they're like, okay, we're going to take her back to the hotel. And, because she probably just needs to chill for a little bit. She's had a day. So you want to walk with us? It's like, all right, cool. So we walk them back to the hotel. Uh-huh. They walk her up. And they're upstairs for a while. And me and my boy are downstairs on the street going, oh, man, it's over. That's a wrap for the night. Like, they ain't come back down. And then they come back. We were outside for maybe 10 minutes. Mm-hmm.
You're waiting for them?
Well,
kind of. Just hope.
It's Mardi Gras. All right? Like, were we waiting? Kind of.
You had beats?
We were kind of waiting, but it was more like there's some shit going on right here as it is in the vicinity. So, yeah, we waited, but, like, it wouldn't have been a thing for us to, like, we just happened to be having fun where we were at outside the hotel because it was on Bourbon Street.
Right.
Then when they come down, thank God, okay, she was killing us. We just had to, she had a day, she's a little drunk, she needed to go down. But now that she's gone, let's go have some fun. So even in the friend group, they understand that their friend is out of line. But they're not going to admit it while their friend is there. That's the thing. They can't. They got it. More than dudes, girls will have each other's back. But as soon as they get rid of that bitch, couldn't wait to get her out. God, I've been trying to dance along. Will you bring me a dick to suck already? Like I could have had so much dick.
I never go. Well, first of all, I don't even. Let me put it this way. I forgot what I was talking. Oh, when Gabe Davis was here, we talked about a whole Sunday Funday thing, and it's really like, it is a meat market. It's literally like watching.
For ladies or for guys?
For both.
Okay.
It's National Geographic type shit. Like you're watching people as animals basically parading around a bar, trying to, guys trying to be tough, and then girls trying to be careful, I guess, or whatever, trying to put out a little bit. And one starts twerking, and you see three guys just going, just look around like, oh yeah, look at that. It's obvious. It's it's especially niggas.
Yeah,
you know us.
Oh,
and so everybody is playing like a caricature of themselves, kind of deal.
Right.
And you can tell that as soon as they walk in the bar, that they play a certain role. There's the we gotta go bitch. There's the dude who put on like his favorite outfit, so he's really just walking around, just like. To
be seen
type shit. Like he act like he's waiting for somebody, but he's not. He's just walking around on his phone, but there's nobody on the other line.
Right, the dude that has on way too much cologne.
Yeah, that dude.
And he wants to dance real close to everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have, the bachelorette party, and then you have the group of 10 dudes who think they're gonna find 10 bitches to fuck that night. It's such a caricature.
Oh, you just reminded me of something.
Oh, were you that guy?
No.
What?
I remember. So I was in San Antonio. This is back when I still lived in San Antonio. It was me, my boy Rodney. He's like my best friend, my roommate. His brother Chuck, his older brother. But Chuck fucked up a bit. Chuck used to get fucked up and fuck up. Right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And then his homeboy from the football team. The four of us go out to this bar in San Antonio. Well, actually, not a bar. It was a club. This is back when nightclubs were still the shit. When you would go to the club.
There's an actual dance floor in there?
Not a bar, but the club.
I miss those.
The club where, the radio station's there and, the guy, that shit. And then I always thought that the music that you heard on the radio when they were live from the club was the same music they were playing in the club. Not true at all. They're playing completely different shit in the club.
93.3 used to. Live from, what's the name of that place?
Was it Joe's Volcano?
No.
That's San Antonio.
No,
live from Joe's Volcano. They're only 18 and up. Anyways, so the four of us go out.
Paradox. That's what
Okay, nice. The four of us go out. We at the club. Everybody's playing their role. We kind of separate, as dudes kind of do sometimes. We didn't all, we just kind of all did our own thing. And I met a chick, bad little bitch from the valley, right? And we start chopping it up. And then I look over at my boy Rodney. He's talking up a chick. And I'm thinking, all right, everybody's looking good. And I look over at Chuck and his boy. And I saw them with a couple of chicks. And I'm like, well, did you look at this? Like, look, so far, the night is looking up. Prospects are high for the night. So
hope level at a maximum.
Right. So then, we're all doing our own thing. And then Rodney and his chick walk over. And it turned out that she knew the girl I was with because they were together. And I was like,
this split too?
I was like, oh, shit. This just got better. The chick that my boy's talking to is with the girl I'm talking to. Then they walk over to where Chuck and his friend were at because they were with those two girls. It was 4 girls from the valley, came up to San Antonio to party for the weekend. And the 4 of us, independent of each other, linked up with all 4 of them. So it was 4 dudes, 4 chicks.
You realize you could have played the lotto because that shit never happened.
Never happens.
You should have played the lotto.
Now, this is where we come back to reality, right? Because so far, this sounds too good to be true. We talk, so then we're trying to talk them into hanging out after the club and stuff. And,
sure.
One of them is, no, I don't.
I got to work in 2 days.
Maybe we should just go back to the hotel. Then there's 2 more going, yeah, we should do this. And there's one that she was like, I'm about to fuck this white dude. Like, she didn't give a fuck. We don't have to
block me.
We don't have to go nowhere, but I'm about to fuck this dude, right? Chuck's boy. She's like, I'm fucking this guy. That's happening. So it's like, well, you know what? Fuck it. Like, we don't live far from here. Let's just roll down the street. So I got me and the girl I was with hop in my car. Rodney hops in the car with the girl he was with, and then Chuck and his boy hop in the truck. And actually, I hopped in. We all rode with Rodney. There were 3 cars total. So I rode with the girls. I rode with 2 of the girls. One of the girls rode with Rodney, and then Chuck and his boy rode in the truck. And
always roll with the girls because if you go separate, they're not showing up.
Got it. So I'm in the car. Turn left here, turn right here, all that.
Yeah.
So as we get off the highway, we're pulling up to the apartment. See this dude walking down the street with no shirt on, looking mad homeless and sketchy, right? And as we roll past, I go, "Is that fucking Chuck?" It's like, so then we pull up to the apartment, and my roommate's there already, with the girl he was with, and they're talking, and I show up with the other girls, and Chuck's homeboy's there, and I'm like, "What's going on?" Apparently Chuck got on the phone with his ex-girl, and he's drunk. And
in front of the one?
He was in the car by himself, but, the one that was coming to see him was in the car with me as we're pulling up. And we see him walking down the street with no shirt on. And we're like, what the fuck is going on? This dude's lost it. He went belligerent. Completely. Tell you, 3 are good. You get that variable. That variable. See, we've done all this work. We did all this work of convincing these people to come back and we about to have a party.
Uh-huh.
We got drinks at the house. At the time, I didn't smoke weed or nothing, but there was weed at the house. We had everything lined up for it. Yes, we are down for this. And we got some food in the fridge, you know, because Rodney's mom had just come through. We got a whole fridge full of Filipino food. We're ready. You know, whatever y'all, we ready. Until this nigga comes walking back down with no shirt on and a bottle of E&J, starts screaming at the top of his lungs, walks upstairs, sees his brother in the room with the girl, starts screaming at him, walks outside, throws a bottle of E&J, shatters it. There goes our liquor. Just, it's like,
holy shit.
Yeah, it was like, bro, just keep your shit together. Like, if you're gonna have a meltdown, don't
do it another day.
Don't do it right here.
Not right now.
Don't do it right here, because we still, you know how when you're in your 20s and you in your dog mode, we still trying to get this work. All right.
Oh yeah. You're still investing.
I'm still spitting game. We're still in here.
You know, investing sweat and equity in
and
this
it's
shit.
Like, yo, just stay out the house. And like, but he wouldn't just stay out. And it was like, oh, don't worry about him, girl. Nah, it's just. Then he comes out with a knife. I'm just gonna kill myself. And it was like, and then you know, it's been a long day. I think we're gonna go home. We're just gonna head back to our hotel.
Hey, all it takes is one.
It just takes one.
To fuck it up for everybody.
It's always that's the point I'm trying to make. Don't go over 3, because you get a variable.
Shit,
you get that variable.
Actually, I learned the whole like get in the car thing. So it was me and my boy.
You learned this through experience? Like nobody told you you had to figure this shit out on your own?
No. So here's the thing. I run into one of my boys, and then he's the one who met these 2 girls. I'm like, okay, 2-2, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm like, perfect. And he lived on the east side. And I really met them like right before last call.
Mm-hmm.
And we started talking, just shooting the shit. And we stood outside on the parking lot, just talking. And one of them goes, "Oh yeah, you know, I like you. Let's kick it. Blah 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 blah." And then she was an R&B singer, but she could sing. Like she could fucking sing. He started singing to me.
Like right then?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the parking lot.
Okay.
And I'm like, and my boy goes, "All right, let's go. Let's go back to my crib." I'm like, "Bet, let's do that." So I hop in the car with him. They hopped in their car. Exactly. I see the face you're making. You know exactly where that's going. We get there, and I asked this fucker. I'm like, "Do they know where you live? Did they call? Like, did you have their number? What the fuck? Because that's your friends, not mine. You met them before. I just met him like 10 minutes ago, right?" And he looks at his phone, and he has 2 missed calls. So in other words, we on our way there, they were calling to get directions to the house. Never got it because this fool didn't answer his phone, and they went home. I was like, I'm never hanging with you again. This is never. And I'm like, what an idiot. He knows where he lives. I could have hopped in with them.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He said, "No, now I know." But I mean, that was as soon as we get to his crib, I'm like, "Do you know where you live? Do they know where you live?"
You know, when I said I was going to ride with the girls, I remember Rodney and Chuck's boy looking at me going, "Mm-hmm." They gave me that look.
Man,
like,
we're such schemers, man. This fucking. I'm gonna pay for the gas too, so they owe me.
The little tip of the cap right there for it. That's free. That's free from us right here. That's free from me and back. Always get in the car with them. Otherwise, bitches might just go to Whataburger.
That's fine too.
They might just go to Whataburger, and you'll be at the house like, what the fuck happened?
Exactly. They said they were hungry.
Yeah.
They said they wanted to eat something.
Oh, you want Whataburger? That's cool. Let's go. I'm in the car with you. I'm hungry too. Let's go to Whataburger.
You're hungry quick when they're hungry, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah, real quick. But don't eat too much. I don't want you to sober up right now. You know?
I had a pizza earlier because there was a food truck outside the club, but I'm hungry now again.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got some food at the crib too. I'm just saying.
Yeah. See, I don't even. I'm at a point now where I just don't care. So if I'm out and I'm having a good time, I don't care if like the hottest chick is next to me dancing or whatever, because I'm like, I just don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't. And so many times, this is another thing that pisses me off that guys do. Actually, some girls do that too, but mostly dudes. Oh, this what happened last weekend. We're at Jack and Ginger's for my boy's birthday, and that's when we go to a place, and this is 20 years deep that we've been doing this. Like, people see us having a good time, especially with we know a bunch of girls, and none of them, they're not our girlfriends. Like, they just like to kick it, they're homies, blah blah blah. So people always assume, out of respect, which I get, they go, "Hey, are y'all together?" And I'm like, "No, I don't give a fuck. You can do whatever you want."
Yeah, take her.
Exactly. Whatever. I'm not going to cock block you. I would hate it if it was the other way around. So,
right.
I'm not going to cock block you. So whatever. I don't care. And so, but people see us and like we literally just take over the spot, and people want to hang with us. Like, all the couples just standing there. Like,
I've seen it happen.
Time. Yeah, you saw it.
I've seen it.
So we're there having a good time, and then this old white man and this friend, another big black dude, probably your size, he comes up to me and says, "That's why I like black people."
Round them up. It's time to go.
Hold on.
Round them up.
There was a table.
We got to go. We got to get the fuck out of here.
Hold on. So that around whatever we made the dance floor, there was a table of 6 black women.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all cute, and they were having a good time too. But
not part of your crew.
Not part of my crew.
Okay.
Not part of my crew. And he literally goes, "Yeah, that's why I love black women, black people." And then he pushes me towards the table with all the black chicks, and I'm like, "The fuck you doing? You're on your own, man. If you want to go talk to him, go talk to him."
Yeah.
Which he did, and got rejected really quick because he said I don't know what it said, some stupid shit. But you see, black women.
If you lead in with "I like black people," that's a good way to get dismissed. All right, white people, take a note of that. Do not start a conversation.
The dude was literally. I mean, he looked like he was. I would say 75, 65. I give him 65.
Which
he had,
which means he's probably 45.
Yeah, pruny face.
Because whites, the way they age.
Yeah,
they
it's like a dry raisin. That's what it looks like.
I mean, lotion, really.
No, and he had that raspy voice too. That's why I like black people. God damn, man.
Calm down, Sling Blade. God damn.
So what I'm saying is, I hate it when people turn into my agent. They come up behind me. "Hey, you should go dance with that bitch. You should go battle that guy." And you should. I'm like, leave me the fuck alone.
Have you had a dance battle in the club?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, but they never root for me. They're never going to root for me. Even if it's a white guy who like points to the Lord and claps and turns around twice, they're going to root for him because he's the underdog. I'm supposed to know how to dance, and I've been dancing.
It depends on where you're having this competition. I had like one legit like dance off.
Like legit? Like you're like, I'm taking...
Like, and it was at a gay club. It was at the Bonham. It was at the Bonham in San Antonio. It was my first time going to the Bonham. And the Bonham is a hot club, real talk. Like, but I was always like, and I was younger. I was like, "Oh, I want to go to a gay club," But then I went, and I was like, "Oh, I was tripping like a motherfucker," because they got
fun.
They got 50-cent drinks in this bitch. For $2.50, I can get wasted.
$5.
Yeah. It's so. The Bonham is dope. The Bonham is real dope, or at least it used to be. I haven't been in a long ass time. So the first time I go, I'm there with some friends from work, and
is one of them gay at least?
It was mostly chicks. I think there might have been like one gay guy.
Whose idea was it?
Not mine. I was just tagging along for the bitches.
So the girls like us go to a gay club.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not your boy Ben. It was like, "Oh, let's go to a gay club."
No, it was no. It was like.
Chuck,
there might have been like a. There might have been.
Did Chuck switch teams?
Yeah, no, no. Start throwing E&J bottles at dudes. Fuck you. There might have been like 6 of us, like 6 or 7, and there was like 4 girls, a gay dude, and me.
Okay,
and
that's a good ratio.
And I was trying to holler at one of the chicks, and so it was like, "Yeah, let's fucking go kick it." So we're there, we're drinking, we're having a good time, and this dude kept bumping into me, and I'm not even doing a lot on the floor. I'm just doing a little something, having a good time, trying to work my way into some pussy for the night. And he kept bumping into me, right? And I was just like, "What the fuck is this dude's deal?" It was to that point where I'm like, "What is this dude's deal?" The song "Uh-Oh" by Lumidee comes on. Remember that? Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And I'm that was my shit at the time, so I'm fucking breaking it down. And I look over, and this dude is now the guy that's bumping into me. We're looking at each other. And he's a gay dude, and he's like mimicking everything I'm doing.
Like good?
I mean, he's gay, so he did it better. Like
he looked better doing it.
Yeah, a lot better. He looked a lot. Yeah, he moved like water. He was fluid. I ain't gonna lie, he was fluid.
And he had his own flavor to it.
Yo, it was like I do my little step, and he'd do it his way, but then put a twirl on it and shit, and then look back at me, and I was like, I think I'm having a dance battle right now. Like I think we're having a dance off.
Yeah.
Right here in this. So then I start going at so, but nigga, I ain't never scared, right? So then I start doing my little moves, and he's like copying my shit and then adding a little flair to it. And this goes back and forth, and I start like, fuck it, then I drop it down because you know that's my move. Take it to the floor.
Yeah,
right?
but your knees buckle.
It did. This time it did. So I'm taking it down. I'm like, and he takes it down. And at this point, now we're just kind of having fun. It started off kind of like adversarial.
So I sucked his dick. That's what happened.
No, it didn't get that far. But I mean, if I would have, it could have.
You were in the moment.
So like
it.
at one point I lost my balance. And I put my hand back and caught myself, right? And I'm like down, and I caught myself.
Dry hump the hair.
And then he saw me, and he goes, and I swear to God, he goes, bitch, clapped his hands, and he just went like the Matrix, just threw his hands back, and he dropped all the way down.
Oh, he did the split thing?
No, he like, because I'm like feet on the ground, arm back, kind of like doing that number. And he's watching me do that. And like I said, everything I did, he was doing, but then he just put his own flair. So he saw me. I lost my balance. I was catching myself.
Yeah.
And he saw me, and he goes, oh, bitch. And he just, I swear to God, he clapped his hands, threw his hand over his head, and he just dropped all the way back.
But you know that's a move, right?
I know it's a move. I wasn't trying to do that move. I caught myself because I lost my balance.
He beat you with that. He just ended it.
Easy. Because he bent all the way over and then lowered himself down, and he's looking at me the whole time, and I'm like, you won. Like, you won. You won.
And he got back up.
Yo, yeah, somebody had to grab my hand and pull me up. He was like, watch this. He came up like Jesus out the water. Like slick hair gay Jesus just popped up, and then he gave me a hug, and I was like, that's what's up. Like, he won, though. You
got served, nigga.
He served me. I'm not, and after that, I was like, I'm not this is why I don't fuck with people at bars, right? Because nowadays, you don't know who knows some fucking UFC shit, right?
Yeah.
Some motherfucker knock you out, or you don't know who's gay, who's gonna dance your ass under the table. You know, you might be looking, this dude's a square. I'm about to fucking Cabbage Patch all over him. Then this motherfucker pull out the Roger Rabbit, flip that around and touch his I'm not nimble like that. I'm 6'5". You know, I already look kind of weird, lanky.
Uncoordinated.
Because of my body size and my build. And yeah, I got served. I got served at the bottom.
He got served at the bottom?
I got served.
You know, I thought you were about to say he jumped on you or something.
No, he didn't do nothing like that. But it was a dance-off. We were going back.
It doesn't matter. You know what? Any dance-off, eventually, there's some kind of like dry humping or some kind of air fucking going on to win the battle. People dry hump, people drop it to the floor, people twerk.
Yeah.
People like I've seen.
Oh, I did the clump too. I did do that. I did. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Or they fuck the floor. You know what I mean?
The clump. Yeah.
Is that what that is?
When remember in the clumps too, when Sherman like got on the floor and he grabbed his leg and he was like, yeah, like that was my move. So when I
going with that shit,
when I fell back and he came and he did the whole pirouette fall back shit, I flipped it around, hit the clump. And that's when we were looking at each other because he was like, oh, bitch, I got that too. And he rolled over and he made it look way better than I did. Here I am grabbing my leg, just going, and he was like, fuck, he got that floor pregnant. Like, I was like, I ain't got, my legs don't spread like that. I can't do any of that shit.
Man, see, I don't even, I'm so over it because that's happened to me so many times where somebody wants to test me and it's always some white dude. Actually, no. I'll take that back.
Those are easy wins.
No. So check this out. There is this group of dudes that go to the club to practice their dance skills.
Oh, those cats. Like it'd be like a little 4-man group or whatever.
Yes.
Straight out of a Sean Paul video.
No. I mean, not even. They suck.
Oh, wow.
Most of them suck.
Trying to do that though, right?
Yeah. But they don't leave the dance floor. They're basically now they run the dance floor. And if someone decides to step in, they're going to check them. That's what happens.
What?
Or
Like put hands on them?
no. I
Or
said
they're
like
gonna,
we're gonna battle.
they're gonna serve them.
Yeah, or like I'm gonna show you that I can do it better type thing, and I'm like, dude, you still suck.
Is that what happened to me? But he did it better.
Yeah, probably. But he was gay, so he had a plus anyway.
He had 2 pluses.
Yeah, 2 pluses apparently.
Yeah.
So the point is
I
like
gave him a gold star.
I follow him on Instagram now.
I do.
I got on his podcast, his gay podcast.
And we've been fucking for it. We've been fucking for a couple years now.
Yeah, I know Kyle pretty well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's those dudes, and it's not. But you know, I always say this: you can tell the difference between people who dance because they enjoy it and people who dance because they're just showing off. You can tell, because the one who dance to show off are dead in the middle, and they want the attention. It's like they don't do crazy moves until like a girl is looking their way.
Right.
Or there's somebody already dancing.
They're peacocking.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're peacocking.
Yeah, it's pretty much it's a mating call. That's all they're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
But nobody wants that skinny jean brigade. Like
No. It's seriously. But when there's 5 of them, right, and they're like,
does that work?
No.
Like, do you think any of those guys get laid off of their dancing?
What? Here's the thing. Guys wouldn't do certain things if it didn't work. I think to some degree it works. I've gotten like I could be in the zone. So what I do now is that if I get a good buzz, if I get a little high, and I'm on the dance, I could be by myself in the corner. I don't need nobody. I got my eyes closed most of the time. You know how many times I open my eyes and there's a bitch dancing in front of me? I never realized.
Oh, I can't take you to Detroit.
Oh, really?
You can't be in the club with your eyes closed, nigga. You get knocked upside the head.
No, look, this is Austin.
Fair enough.
I don't do it in Atlanta. I didn't try.
Yeah.
But I know where I'm going, and I know at least I know the DJ or whatever, right? So if the music is dope, I could give a fuck if there's 5 people or 500 people. I'm in my corner. I'm jamming. My eyes are closed. Whatever. And I open my eyes. Oh, there's a girl dancing with me. I had no idea. And usually I kind of surprised, but then this start. I'm like, look, if you can't keep up, get the fuck out the way. Like I'm not trying to. This has been happening to me for 20 years, and I'm over it. And I'm tired of the girl who thinks that just because she gets up and down, I'm supposed to follow her hip movement, left, right, left, right, left, right. That's boring to me. If you're gonna dance, if you're gonna try to dance with me, make it. I don't even have to touch you. Preferably, I don't want to touch you. But it could still be fun. We could still have a good time dancing, play off each other. Like, we'll pass, we'll do, whatever. But I'm tired of like dry humping.
You dance with me, you gonna get dry hump. That's my move.
Oh, fuck that shit.
I'll put my hands on everything.
First of all, they're getting back hump because you're so tall. You're just like, just bumping their backs.
Drag my balls all across their
that's why your knees
rib.
are fucked up because you gotta bend over.
It's been a lot of that. It's been a lot of that. That's why I'm so good at dropping it, because that's where I had to get to dance with him after.
But you must be this high to dance with Cheatham. You know what? 6'4".
You missed one group of dancers. So you said the people that are peacocking, the people that just love to dance, and then there's that other group of people, the people that are dancing it out, dancing away some pain or some hurt or something.
Oh, I respect that.
And that's the third group though. That's the third group.
I respect that.
I also in San Antonio, I used to go to bars when I kind of stopped fucking trying to peacock. After I got served. After I got served, I started holding up the wall a little bit more. Right? I started being more observant. And let's see. After the second or third time I got served at the bottom,
his dancing shoes are in the box right now.
I would go to these bars in San Antonio, and I would like legit kind of just laugh at white people dancing.
Oh yeah,
this is early 2000s. It was still a thing. They were still very bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was in this place, the Sanctuary, and the Sanctuary is the type of spot where it had like 4 different rooms, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like when you walked in, if you went all the way to the right, there's a room there, and there'd be like live rock bands, like heavy metal fucking rock playing. In the main room, when you first walk in, there might be like 80s type pop shit going on. Then there's like all these different rooms, right? And I remember I walked in this room, and it was the most empty room out of all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as I walk in, there's this Native American dude, and I just stopped in the door because I hadn't seen no shit like this. Like this motherfucker was. I thought I started calling people, hey, it's gonna rain tonight because
You was rain dancing indoors.
he was dancing so hard. I was like, that's a fucking, if that's not a rain dance. And it was to with a rebel yell. With a rebel yell, she cries more.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
With a rebel, yeah. And he's got the long hair and he's just whipping his hair up and down and he's just spinning. I was like, yo, whatever demons this dude's going through.
You want the same one?
He is no, he was just dancing all that shit out to the point that I was like, if this ain't a rain dance, then this dude's got some real problems. Like in his life, he's got to dance this shit out. I ain't seen nobody dance. He wasn't trying to be on nobody's beat. He wasn't trying to look cute. He wasn't worried about nobody else in the room. Whatever was going on inside that man, he was pouring his soul through his dance that night. And I was mesmerized. I said, fuck the white people.
Those are the best.
Yes.
And here's why. Because it's like I saw this guy once, I think it was Barcelona, and when the dance floor is like 2 steps up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what song it was. Back that I saw like one of those. And all he did was slap the stairs back and forth.
Like, what do you mean slap the stairs?
Like he was on the bottom, like on the floor.
Yeah.
So there's like 3 steps to get to the dance floor.
Yeah.
He was on at the bottom, and he would slap the stairs, going left and right, slapping the stairs with his hands. Yeah, he did that for the whole song. Here's the thing, though. You can't tell that's showing off because it's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
It looks stupid,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't know if he enjoys dancing or not. But
he was working some shit out.
No, but he had a smile on his face.
Oh, okay.
He had the biggest smile on his face. I don't know if he was high. He had to be on something.
Probably on something.
But here's the thing. For everybody else looking, people are like, damn, look at it. I wish I could be that free that I can just like let loose and slap stairs or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Whatever it means to you. You know what I mean? Because usually what ends up happening is that you go out to dance with your friends, right? And you see motherfuckers just take over a dance floor for attention.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, fuck, now I don't feel like dancing no more because these dudes look better than me doing it. So now I'm intimidated. I'm not going to do it. And I'm like, did you come out to watch other people have a good time or did you come out to have a good time?
Right.
And so when I saw that dude slapping stairs back and forth.
He can't have a good time.
He can't have a good time. What are you doing? Just standing there and judging him?
Yeah.
No, you can't. No, you're just stupid.
No, I'm with you on that. Like,
so those are the best. What
yes.
the people, I have a friend like that, no matter where she goes, she's like, I'll go out to dance. That's what I do. I'll go out to dance. I'm like, I know that's what you do. We'll get it.
I'm going to be honest with you. After I saw that dude, it kind of changed the way I looked at, like, which is probably why I stopped even trying to put myself in a position to get into a battle. Because after I saw that dude, I was like, this dude doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck. He is just dancing it out.
On beat, off beat, it doesn't matter.
And then I remember I walked around a little bit more, and then I looked at everybody else dancing differently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I went by the room where all the white people were dancing very horribly, way off beat to fucking shit. And I was just like, but I watched their body language, and I was watching them dance, and I was like, they don't give a fuck. Like,
White people don't care when they dance.
They don't care. They are in their own world and they are enjoying themselves. They don't give a fuck that they're not on the beat. They don't give a fuck about white people swear to God that they're at Woodstock. They'll close their eyes like back, put their hands in the air, and they don't give a fuck what their appendages are doing. They just want the movement and they're free. And I was like, why am I over here trying to learn these goddamn steps?
You know why? Because difference between white people and black people when it comes to dancing is
we make this look good.
Not just that, but there's a legacy of black dancers.
Yeah.
We have Michael Jackson, Gregory Hines, Prince, James Brown, Sammy Davis Jr.
I'm a pause you there.
On and on.
Yeah, there is a legacy. We have that legacy. Therefore, I don't have to be that. I can do whatever the fuck I want. You know what? We got a legacy.
Unless you're white and you're a fan of Michael Flatland and you river dance, you don't give a fuck.
I've river danced.
Oh, fuck off.
At Bingo Loco. At Bingo Loco.
Goofy ass San Antonio clubs.
No. That was a show here in Austin. It's Bingo Loco is it's kind of like hip hop bingo, and they have like these games and stuff that people have to play whenever you get the bingo. Like they were trying to bring it. It's like a show in Ireland, and they do it in Dubai, and they were thinking about bringing it to Austin and making it a monthly show in Austin. And they had invited myself and some other comedians because they were looking for a host. So they invited us to the show here, and they were like, you know, we want to you need to experience it to see if this is something you want to be a part of. And I was at the table where we hit bingo like a bunch of times. So and nobody else wanted to get up. So then I went and represented whoever the fuck got the bingo. I just called it out because they didn't want to go up on stage. And I was like, I don't give a fuck. So I went up there, and the first time I went up there, I had to river dance to get a life-size cutout.
River dance. Like you had your hands like.
Oh, I did the shit.
Off.
I did. It was me against a white chick. So I should have lost. And because she didn't river dance, but she was just like, I'm going to do some shit. And I was like, bitch, I am Michael Flatley. I fucking river danced the shit out of that motherfucker. I was on it. Like, I learned this shit in Mississippi. You must know, I kill cockroaches. So I did that shit on the stage in front of like 500 people. And then I had to go back up there again later. And I was supposed to like suck on a fucking dildo, and I just played it off like I did. I did that whole and it was like, I'm not putting this in my mouth.
Was it Titty Bingo?
No, not Titty Bingo. Bingo Loco.
Okay, never mind.
But they have like a bunch of goofy shit like that.
Oh, okay.
So we ended up winning a Matthew McConaughey
great
cutout and a dildo, and we left with neither of those. I sold them both before he left. So
good call. There's no proof. There's no evidence.
No wonder I didn't get the job. They didn't even end up coming to Austin. They ended up fucking like, I think the pandemic happened not too long after. So they just ended up shutting up shop. But
But again, you know how I know that white people don't care when they dance is that any house music festival or techno festival, all they do is hop. There's nothing else but this.
Oh, they love jumping.
They just jump. I'm like, jumping. Aren't you tired of doing the same shit? Like, I'm tired when I do the same move twice within the same song. I'm not tired. I'm tired of doing the same move.
Really?
Yes. I don't like to do the same shit. But I have a background in dancing, so I can come up with other stuff.
Yeah.
And I can actually game it up a little bit. But the fact that I used to do this. I used to ask people when you listen to techno, like how long can you keep your arm up and bump your fist like that, like Jersey Shore style, and you just go like this, wait for the beat drop, and you just start going fist bump
right.
in the air. Like how long can you keep your arm up?
Yes,
nobody can do past a minute.
Oh, I know I can't.
I can't either.
I'm not trying.
I can't do 10.
Because while they got their hands up, I'm peacocking with their girl. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Playa.
I come up and lick their armpits.
Ew. That's some African shit right there. You're dehydrated. You're very dehydrated.
Let me have a taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's seriously the story of my life it's been that. It's people trying to battle me, ask me to teach them dance moves, teach the whole class, and I used to fall for it. Like, okay, girl, you put your foot here, you put your foot here. Teach me how to moonwalk. I'm like, really?
You can moonwalk?
Yeah, of course I can walk. I can sidewalk too.
Sidewalk. Oh, that's when you do it to the side.
To the side.
Like the Usher shit?
I don't know if it has a name, but I call it the sidewalk.
No, I can do a little Usher shit too. That ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? They call me U.S. What? It's my foot. That was the sound of my foot.
Oh, really? You're flat landing.
When you do a little drag move.
Slide to the side.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Little push, slide. Real talk. The dopest shit. You remember the You Got It Bad video?
You Got It Bad Usher?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the time when that came out, one of the dopest things I'd ever seen was that move he did with the mic stand. When he made it go side to side, and then he slid on it, and he grabbed that bitch. That shit was like, do you not know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember now.
There's a part towards the middle end of the video where he's standing, because you know how he's like singing into the mic from the mic stand for part of the video, right?
Yeah.
And he's like singing into it, and he does the whole this number here.
Yeah.
And then like he taps it, and the mic goes this way, this way, and he goes opposite with it, and then he slides and grabs the mic stand, and then he drags it back with the little leg thing.
So you walk around with a mic stand for a living?
Well, nigga, no, I had brooms though. So
I did breaking. I did that.
Look, I was in when You Got It Bad came out. Like that was like my freshman or sophomore year of college. So I was like in my dorm getting the moves down. I had the moves. I had all the Usher moves.
I never did the Usher thing.
Really?
To me, it was Michael.
Wait, hold on. Like you didn't do Usher. Like you didn't fuck with Usher, or you just didn't try to dance like Usher.
I tried to dance. I didn't think he was a good dancer.
Really?
Mm-mm. I mean, I had Michael at the time, so.
All right, let me ask you then. Better dancer.
Chris Brown.
Usher.
Oh, Chris Brown.
Justin Timberlake.
Oh. I say Usher.
Usher over JT.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I'd say Chris Brown over
Yeah,
Usher
but
any
you
day.
know, I don't. He doesn't count.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
He doesn't. I don't. He doesn't register over here. I hardly recognize that he even exists.
What? Chris Brown?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Fuck that dude.
What did he do to you?
I've been off Chris Brown since the Rihanna incident.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like
You Me Too'd him and you're like, this is it?
Immediately. I was like, done.
But you listen to R. Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I listen and not only do I listen to R. Kelly, but I advocate for other people to listen to R. Kelly.
Really? But Chris Brown is off limits?
Yeah.
Come on, man. Wall to Wall was dope. I can transform. Wall to Wall? I can't.
Is that an album or a song?
That's a song. That was one of his like the first songs.
No, so like the first Chris Brown album, so I tried to hate on him at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I heard On and Poppin', and I was like, well, you can't hate on this guy, right? I was like, all right, he might be young and shit, but fuck it. You know what? This little brother's got some. All right, he got some jams. That first album was chock full of jams, right?
Yeah.
And then the second album came out, and I was like, this is all right. And then he had he dropped With You, which was the jam, and then the Rihanna thing happened, and I was like, I just downloaded this fucking song off LimeWire.
So what?
And because look, this what you don't know about your boy. I was deep into Rihanna, like from day one. I was
since Spun the Replay.
Boy, you don't even know.
What came before that?
That was it. That's the first one.
Oh yeah.
Dog, I used to pawn the river like a motherfucker. That shit come on.
Spun the Replay. Spun the River is Elephant Man.
No, the dance though.
It's Spun the River is Elephant Man.
Right. I used to do the dance to Pawn the Replay. The Pawn the River, when they on the river, Pawn the river, when they do the dance.
That's Pawn the River.
I know. I would do that dance
to Pawn the Replay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I would do that dance to Pawn the Replay.
Gotcha.
So like I've been deep in with Rihanna since day one. So then he do that shit, and I'm like, man, fuck that nigga. You fucking drop Rihanna on the sidewalk like a piece of trash out your limousine. She's not a Jack in the Box cup. You don't just throw her out the car. What are you doing?
Look, man,
I don't know.
Chris Brown's still dope.
Whatever. And he's had a couple songs that have that are undeniable. Mm-hmm. He's had a few songs since that incident that are like, all right, you know what? That's
so you're not gonna listen to his new album that just dropped, Breathe?
I haven't listened to any Chris Brown albums. Like the only time Chris Brown gets to me is if he has a song that they're playing in the club or in the bar. I don't go seeking out Chris Brown. I don't know any of his shit. I just know like I'll be jamming a song in the club and then I find out, I'll go to download it and be like, oh, that song was lit. And then Chris Brown, son of a bitch. Or if I would Shazam, am I dating myself when I say Shazam?
Yeah.
Okay. When I Shazam the fucking song and like, oh, Chris Brown, oh, too bad. Or fuck, that sucks because I kind of like this song.
Did you hear? So there was this thing going on where I know Joe Budden.
Mm-hmm.
He said that.
Let me just make this statement loud and clear. Jersey's here. We're gonna get him up. That's Joe Budden.
Okay.
His first song, that first one.
No, Pump It Up.
Yes.
Oh.
That's how it starts.
Chris Brown is way more talented than Michael Jackson.
Says who?
Him.
Joe Budden? Yeah, that's why nobody fucks with Joe Budden. That's why his whole podcast group got up and walked out on him. That
is a wild statement. I mean, people went all crazy online and everything, but I'm like, that is a wild statement to make.
Let me tell you something. I told Derek Poston this the other day, and what you just said is pretty equal to this. We were talking about basketball, and I told him my dad said that LeBron is in his top 10, and Derek was like, well, then your dad has no right to talk about basketball because his opinion is trash if he doesn't think LeBron is in the top 10.
If he doesn't think?
Yeah, if he doesn't think LeBron is top 10, then your dad's opinion doesn't count. Yeah. And I was like, fair enough. Joe Budden right there, his opinion on everything that has to do with dancing is null and void. When you start, anytime you say, fix your mouth to say Chris Brown's better than Michael Jackson at anything.
You said like not even close.
Oh, yeah, fuck Joe Budden. Look, I ain't come on the show today to start no beef, but fuck out of here with that.
No, I don't. I stopped listening to Joe Budden, honestly. But when that came out, I was like, you must be out your goddamn mind. You're just saying shit to say shit.
Yes.
That's
my
viral.
job. It's my job to say shit just to say shit.
Yeah.
Joe Budden, what the fuck? What are you doing? Nah. Fuck out of here. Chris Brown's my please. You know who Michael Jackson learned from? The nigga that started all the shit. All right, he took his lessons from working with James Brown.
James Brown,
right?
He said it used to, when he was a kid, he would get up and then watch James Brown all the time.
And who do you work with, Chris Brown? Oh, left shoe Willie down on the corner? Huh?
It's not just that, but even Chris Brown wouldn't make that statement.
Of course not. Because Chris Brown can't put three words together.
It was on the Drink Champs. It just came out. I'm gonna have to listen to that because I'm curious what his thoughts are and shit.
Look here. Fuck Chris Brown. Fuck Joe Budden. Fuck anybody that got a problem with that.
Fuck R. Kelly. I can't even say that.
I almost threw my water at you.
Fuck Neo.
Whoa, sir. Calm
Cisco.
down.
Are you gonna go see Cisco?
No, why would I go see Cisco?
Drew Hill.
Yes, I'll go see Drew Hill. Like
it's next month. Go see.
I would go see Drew Hill, but I'm not going to go see Cisco. No, it's weird how that works, right? Like,
yeah,
I'll go watch the group. I fucks with Drew Hill heavy. Cisco, not unless my boy Tommy from college is coming, and then he can break down why Cisco's a musical genius.
Oh, that dude. Okay, let's just do the last episode where. I guess that Cisco was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
So this brings us.
And if Cisco's a musical genius, like that's.
This brings us to the. This is what Omarion did. So there was a versus Omarion versus Mario.
Do you fuck with Mario?
No, not really.
You're not an R&B guy, really.
No, I'm not. But here's the thing. I look at it like I remember when. Well, first of all, Omarion was B2K.
Mm-hmm.
And then he was in You Got Served. And I was like, yo, the dude can dance.
Do you know who wrote a great portion of B2K's hits?
Did he? I don't know.
R. Kelly.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Bump, Bump, Bump was him?
No, that was Diddy. That sounds like Diddy.
That sounds like, yeah.
No, but their second album, heavy R. Kelly influence. Listen to their...
Influence or he wrote it?
Yeah, he wrote. He wrote a lot of that shit.
Okay.
And he was also writing for Omarion's brother, Marcus Houston.
Marcus Houston.
He had that song, Naked. That was him. That whole era, everybody that was rolling in that B2K, Marcus Houston crew.
There was 112. There was...
No. 112 wasn't rolling with them. But that little group, R. Kelly was writing their shit.
No, I'm saying that was an era of these guys.
Yeah. Well, 112, don't put 112 and B2K in the same category. They're not in the same category. Because B2K was more... boy band popish, and 112 was more like R&B.
R&B, okay.
Straight up R&B.
I'll give you that.
Good. Continue.
So anyway, and then so Mario versus Mario, and then at one point,
who's this nigga eating watermelon?
I don't know who that is, but he pulls out a watermelon. So Omarion is walking on stage with a watermelon in his hands.
Wait, was this on Juneteenth?
No, it was like the Thursday. Was that Thursday, I think? Oh, he's got a gut too. Look. So this goes to show how he eats pussy by eating watermelon. And he gives it out to the audience, to some black girl, I guess. And that's some nigger shit. No words, huh?
Listen. Run. So he was
You're stuck.
he was doing that to show how he eats pussy.
Yes.
First of all, Omarion, you don't bite it like that. First off.
First all the season it.
If you want to show me how good you eat pussy, flip all the seeds out with your tongue. First of all, nigga, don't lick the shit out of a watermelon rind. Take a big bite and put your nose in it. Like that ain't. If anything, if I'm in the watermelon industry, I'm offended. If I'm big watermelon, I'm pissed.
Why? That's a great. That's free marketing for your watermelons.
No, well, first of all, he didn't shout him out. First of all, that's the first thing he did wrong.
Do you know one watermelon company?
Fuck yes, because I just saw it on TV. Not even lying. Because they have a watermelon festival.
What?
Outside of Austin,
There's
in
Luling.
Luling.
Back up.
In Luling, there's a watermelon. They have a festival, and they have this big watermelon thing. And they even have they give kids seeds in January. They plant them and they bring their watermelons and they have a contest and all this. There's
contest of what? How fast they can eat it?
How big the watermelons they grow, like a growing thing.
Oh.
And then they have all these best in class watermelons and stuff but
there's black people in?
Fuck no, it's in Luling.
There's fucked up right there.
There's 3 black people in that town. None of them got teeth in their head, and they all work in the same kitchen. Like it's.
Oh shit.
Fuck. I mean, you know what? You got to do something to get some attention. It's not like Omarion has been newsworthy at all in the last decade.
No, I mean he said I got new shit coming out. I'm like nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody thought of you.
Where was your follow up to Icebox? Is it a little bit too late?
I don't even know Icebox. To me, it's Touch. That's it. That's the last Omarion song.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
And let it.
Because the dancing is dope.
Touch.
It's stalkerish in the video, kind of like the way you make me feel. Yeah, but it was good. Since then, see that's the thing. I'm not really
it was a
R&B
Pharrell song.
What?
Touch.
No, it's Omarion.
But Pharrell produced it.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's.
It sounds like Neptune shit.
Yeah, it is. It is Neptune shit.
Oh yeah, it is. Doom 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 doom. Touch.
Yeah. Yes.
Doom doom. Yeah, it sounds like Neptune beats.
Icebox, you don't remember? I got an icebox where my heart used to. I have a whole dance I made up to it too. Got an icebox where my heart used to be. I got an icebox where my heart used to be. Nah.
I need to take your black card away.
What are you talking about? That's Omarion. This nigga you just said he did the most niggerish shit in all of June, eating fucking watermelon on stage.
I'm
and here
kidding.
I am giving him a little shine. You like, all right, I'll take your black card away because you're talking about this nigga that eats watermelon and hands it to white girls singing his songs. You can't be. What are you talking about?
I'm just talking shit.
Just because you don't know about no goddamn R&B.
Yeah, it is Neptunes. You're right.
Yeah. And let it.
And he
touch.
wrote it. Songwriter Pharrell.
Yeah. It 100% sounds like a Pharrell song. Because I think Pharrell might have did a version without him.
Really?
He might have, because I remember on Pharrell's album, because I bought his album, because I don't know why, the album that had Frontin'.
Yeah.
All right, so that album, he had a version of Touch on that album.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, or he had a song called Touch, and it sounded very similar.
I need you to teach me more about R&B.
Hey.
I'll teach you about hip hop.
I know about some goddamn hip hop.
Who lives in the city?
Man, I'm gonna skip ahead because
ahead.
because we're talking about this month and shit.
It don't matter.
And this kind of like my dope shit, but so if I don't have dope shit later, it's because I'm gonna use it right now.
Go ahead, drop it.
All right, this is kind of so I had told you about the Amazon position, and I've just been wanting to talk to you about this.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead.
And so let me give you. I got to preface this story by saying this.
Mm-hmm.
I use Reddit for porn. All right.
You've talked about that, yeah.
Right. That's where I go for. And if the audience doesn't know, like real talk, keep your browser history clean. Just go to fucking Reddit, look up shit there.
Go in incognito.
And even that, just go to Reddit. You probably get better results anyways.
No, it's the same. It's the same internet.
Yeah, but they're not gonna give. Trust me. Just trust me on this. All right, take your boy's word on it. And I go
somebody got busted once.
No, not even. But it's out of fear of getting busted for the shit. So, anyways,
there's a vault somewhere.
Well, here's the thing I like about Reddit though, because I used to use Tumblr, but I use Reddit because I also feel like I get a little cultured going to Reddit, and I learn more about what's going on, like the stuff that's not seen. the things that are going on that are not in the public eye, what people do.
Like conspiracy theories.
No, not even conspiracy theories. Like I can go, like when I go on the Reddit and I go on the search bar and I'm about to look up whatever the fucking crazy shit is I'm about to look up. When you go on the search, they have like the top 5 trending stories in Reddit, right? And it's like, what's this? And I'll click on something and be like, oh, what's going on here? And I'll fucking get caught up on some bullshit going on in the world. Like, oh shit. All right, well, time to go jack my dick now. So just and sometimes like you'll start finding these subreddits, right? And it's like, is this a thing? Like you'll look up something and then you'll find like a group that's called this. And it's like, is that a thing? Let me click on that group. And then you go to that group and there's a whole bunch of videos and like, people are doing this? So I end up like if I go to Reddit, I got to give myself like 45 minutes to handle my business. Because the first 35 minutes or me going, people do this? Or like reading articles and shit.
Is it all sexual shit? Or are you talking about just randomly anything?
Once I get into the searching and shit, it's a lot of it is like sexual shit that are like things that I didn't know.
Let's do a test.
Okay.
Keep going.
So I kept coming across these videos that were like Amazon position. And I was like, and I'd see them every now and then, and I was like, who the fuck, what? And I would skip past them, but then finally, like one of them caught my attention. And I was like, what the fuck is this Amazon position shit? Do you know what the Amazon position is?
No, but I just went on Reddit and then searched it. It's gay, apparently.
It's not gay. I mean, so the women have appropriated this from the gay people. They took it from, this used to be a power bottom move, and now it's
I tell you what, the first 3 is, why am I down 90% on my Amazon position after the stock split?
Oh my gosh. So, and I was just kind of like, is this a real thing that people do? And then so I actually found a subreddit group that is just nothing but videos or pictures of people doing the Amazon position. And if you don't know what the Amazon position is, you're looking at it now so you can see. But for y'all listening, the Amazon position is you're getting ready to have sex. The dude lays on his back, puts his feet in the air, and then the girl walks up and takes his thing and sticks it in her, and then she fucks him, like with his legs in the air.
Oh.
And she's like, so now she's like thrusting. It sounds weird, like she's fucking herself with his dick. Look,
I gotta show this to somebody.
So it's a very interesting thing.
I just saw it.
Yeah, it is like, and it made me question, like, and here I am thinking I'm about to go get ready to get myself taken care of, and then I came across these videos, and I had to stop and ponder, like, would I do that? Could I do that?
Would you?
No. No, and I'm not knocking anybody that does do it, but I had to be real with myself, and I'm like, ain't no way in hell that I'm going to have my legs in the air like Trick Daddy while some chick try to blow my back out with my shit.
Wait, so what? Oh, because the Amazon women dominate?
Because you're dominating. They're, big.
Yeah,
Listen, you can't be 4'10" and think you finna Amazon a motherfucker, all right? Sorry, half of San Antonio. You're not finna Amazon somebody without a step stool.
So usually when it's when you find out about this kind of shit, it's like, okay, this is the first version of it.
I think
is there an upgrade version of it?
I think that we are in maybe the second or third version of it. It just now came across my desk.
When she actually grabs on the ankles.
I've seen
and
the video.
Close them or something. I don't know. They actually split.
I've seen a video where a chick took a dude by his Achilles tendons, by his ankles, and just pushed that motherfucker shit forward, and she was getting it. And I was like, I'll be goddamn. I'll be goddamn if you finna grab my ashy ass ankle and crack heels and push them shits up around my ears. No. You got me all.
First of all, I'm not that flexible. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna be over.
Listen, I'm 6'5". Look, my legs in the air, they're gonna be flailing around like Kermit the Frog's arms.
How tall is your wife?
5'8".
Okay.
5'8", 5'7", normal height. But I'm not. Real talk back. I showed one of my homeboys this shit, right? And we're looking through. He's looking at some of the videos, and then he got to one, and he paused, and he had like this real perplexed look on his face.
Like I should try this shit someday.
No. He said I was with it because he's kind of a little bit more free. He's all about it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And he was like, I would do this, but you see the look on her face? And he turns the phone towards me, and she had this, the look we have on our faces.
Like that.
Yes. Yeah. And he was like,
when you bite your lip,
yeah,
your bottom lip, like
when you snarl a little bit. Yeah, the chick was snarling, and he was like, I couldn't have no girl on top of me looking at me like that. I'm like, no, I feel you, especially with your legs in the air. Like it's, and I mean, let's be real. I can't give a woman that much power over me. Like you could just fucking.
Oh, you're gonna be washing dishes. You're gonna be taking the dog out in the morning. You're gonna be cooking dinner, lunch, dinner, and
I already
breakfast.
Cooked dinner. All right, everything you just said, I already do.
You're gonna be taking the kids to school. You're gonna be doing all that.
I already do all of that. What are you talking about?
What's the difference?
My feet aren't in the air. Look, it's something about my man pride and dignity that won't let me have my feet in the air with no control.
You went to a club named Bottom, and now you're telling me?
No, not Bottom, Bonham.
Oh, Bottom.
Not the bottom, the bottom.
I thought you said Bottom.
No, I would have never gone in.
I mean, you didn't want to tell me about the Amazon position. You went to Bottom.
Bonham, the Bottom. It's a classic old school San Antonio club. Anyways, but I found out about that shit, and that's I found out about that earlier this month. Like at the beginning of June is when I first came across this shit, and then I just couldn't stop watching. And it's not even like I watch Amazon like I'm trying to work one out to it. It's just I was so enamored and I just can't stop. It's like a car wreck. I couldn't stop watch. I have watched probably at least 100 videos.
Okay, I have one question.
Yeah.
Did your brain go into a research mode and your dick went limp, or your dick was so hard and you wanted to know more? You're finding the perfect one.
We slowly transitioned from one to the other.
From jerk off to research mode.
Yeah, like I knew I wasn't in jerk off mode anymore when I crossed my legs. I was like, oh no, I'm doing. And then it went from research to like now I'm just entertained. Like
you walking around the house like a Lego, like a Lego thing, like. What you open your legs when you walk? Because I saw this thing, man. I can't be doing this.
Look, you're
walking like a penguin around the house.
So
God forbid you spread your legs.
Dudes have done a lot of retarded shit when in the bedroom. We've done think about all the dumbass shit. The angry pirate, the Spider-Man, the secret agent, the fire breathing dragon, the milkshake, the Houdini 2, the turtle. We've done all the dirty Sanchez, the donkey punch.
The donkey punch.
Teabag, that's beginner level.
Yeah, but donkey punch. Shout out to Patrice O'Neal.
We've been doing this shit for a long. I actually had never mind. I'll talk about it another time. But we did all these things to women or to other people, and we thought it was hilarious. If you want to hear like a whole bunch of fucked up sex shit, go talk to people in the Army, because they come up with some of the most fucked up things you could ever hear.
I know what my dope shit's gonna be if you like that kind of stuff.
And it's like the women finally get one, and my first reaction is, fuck no.
Nope.
This is why the Supreme Court not just
Oh, I was waiting for it. I was fucking waiting for it.
Yeah, one of them judges saw the Amazon position and was like, well, they've taken over control. Let's fucking take it back.
Clarence Thomas got it done once. It's like, never again.
Never again.
And his wife is big.
She's a
white bitch.
He looks like he might have had his legs in the air a couple times. But it's like, I don't understand why I feel that way. Maybe it's just the visual. And plus, like, I can't have my booty all out like that. Like, that's the thing. Like, and yeah, it's okay when we have women's legs in the air because that's how you have sex.
Try to be open-minded. Some people like this shit.
Some people do. Like I said, Trick Daddy, he'd get his booty ate with his legs up. He talked about it. Did you not see that clip?
No.
You never saw that clip?
No.
You've never...
I just said no twice.
I know, but I'm just like, Nick, now I'm putting you on this stuff. Last year, Trick Daddy was on a podcast. I can't think of the name of it right now. It might have been Drinking Bros. He was on a podcast.
Drink Champs?
And I don't remember. I can look it up in a second for you. He was on there, and they asked him about the Eat a Booty Gang. that was the crew he used to run with, or whatever, Eat a Booty Gang.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh yeah, we still doing things." And they're like, "All right, man." And they asked him a question or something, and his response, they asked him a question about the Eat a Booty Gang, and he's like, "Yeah, I get ate out."
When you say women to support the Eat Booty Gang, you saying women is eating the booty?
Yeah, women eat the booty too.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I don't know whether to make noise for that or not.
Yeah, I get ate out.
Yeah, wait, what? What shit, man?
I get ate out. Hey, listen, man. Check this out.
All right, Trick, you don't have your legs in the air, though.
It depends. We don't need to think about it.
It depends. Good for you.
Hey, so hey, look, ain't nobody testing
love the
Trick.
kids.
Ain't nobody testing Trick Daddy's gangster. All right, ain't nobody taking his card at all. Right, but I don't know if I'm that gangster that I can have my legs in the air,
Let alone admit it.
and just be cool with, like, I couldn't come over to your house and look you in the eyes and speak to you after I just had my legs in the air and my back blown out. I can't do that.
I can't either.
I can't hop in.
And you know what? And I'm sometimes, I forgot who asked me this. Oh, it was Anya who asked me this. Like, am I initiator or she is? I'm like, sometimes it's cool to let the girl do her thing, but if it goes too far, I'm like, oh, it's not happening.
Right. I had a chick once, like, she was we were in the foreplay-ish type scenarios and whatnot, not knee deep in the shit, but we was getting started, right? And she's playing around in that area, and then fuck it. So she started trying to go down on me, and then I felt the finger, like she was sliding a little bit too low, and I was like, what you doing? No, what are you doing? No, fuck, no, what you doing? What you doing? No, the party's up here. It's fucking, I need to see all your fingers right now. No, fuck that shit. Like,
Yeah,
what you
smell it.
doing? Yeah. Smell like me.
You wipe your ass well today?
Hey, look, I've had too many weird
Encounters with the finger?
No, not the fingers. I got a home.
Close calls?
So look, look, part of why I don't want my legs in the air.
There's a story.
Part of why is because I've had some traumatic experiences, right? And
that's what it is.
And look, I can't have my legs in the air and just your booty just all glossed out. Like, I ain't finna have my booty just waving around in the air. All right, that's because look, there's this.
Were you spanked like that when you were a kid?
Fuck no. Fuck what the fuck no. I'm black. Like, nigga, we don't do weird shit like that. What the fuck's wrong with you? Who gets spanked with the legs in the air? I mean,
don't know.
once, but it wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. I got spanked with my legs in the air once. Just cause
and then the pencil went in.
No. My mom had, like, I was laying.
Your mom, goddamn.
My mom had hit me. She spanked. She's like, get on the bed. I laid down, and she had hit me so hard that I bounced up off the bed, and I went face first in between the wall and the bed, a little space between the wall and the bed. I went down there head first, and my legs were in the air, and she was like, move them goddamn legs out the way, and she's just finished spanking me while I couldn't do anything. I'm just...
So your ass was up.
My ass was up, and my head and my arms...
You were stuck between the bed and the wall.
Stuck between the bed and the wall, and my mom wore my ass out till my legs finally just went dead, and then she walked out. And I had to figure out how to get myself from in between the wall. And after getting whooped, it was a whole thing. Anyways, there was this one time.
You're admitting so much on this podcast.
Huh?
You're admitting so much on this podcast.
I don't give a fuck. This is all real. I'm admitting me. I'm being.
That's fine. That's fine.
Like, this is who the fuck I am. Like, this is real life shit. I ain't lying on here. I come on here. You're my boy. I tell you all the goddamn stories. I don't give a fuck.
I trust you.
There's this one time.
I trust that it's real too.
Oh, this is one time, right? I met this chick, and she was bad back. She was bad. I mean, so in fact, we were working together, and I met her in the break room. We just start chopping it up and shit. She was cooler than a motherfucker. There's a lot of bad chicks out there, and a lot of them got attitude, whatever. When you ever find like a bad chick that's like cool on the same type of shit that you're into,
yes,
just like cool as fuck, and I was like, dude, we're fucking friends. Yep. Like, and she's like had the same sense of humor as me, fucking talk all type of crazy shit.
Not your wife.
Not my wife.
Okay.
So one day, yeah, we've never seen eye to eye on anything.
Tell. This shit gotta be banging.
So we were bullshitting one day at work, and I said something about her booty, because she had a nice back. And I said something about her ass or whatever, and I think it's like, you got a hairy asshole. I might have said some shit like that, like she got a hairy booty. And she's like, I ain't got no hairy booty. I was like, well, whatever. She's like, I don't got no hairy booty. I take care of all my shit. And I was like, prove it.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, well, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, I'm gonna be at the crib. I'm gonna be over my boys. I'm gonna be at Rodney's house.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, give me Rodney's address. I'm coming through. I'll prove it. I was like, all right. So then we talked about it, and she's like, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna show you my booty hole, and then
booty hole.
and then you're gonna show me your booty hole. And I was like, bet.
What's the worst that can happen?
What's the worst that can happen? Oh, I slipped, fell, and yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right?
Uh-huh.
So she comes over that night, and she walks in. She says hi to everybody, and then she like just looks at me. She's like, "Go," and we go into his spare room, and Rodney and our other homeboy were like, "Fuck are they doing?" Because I didn't tell them what was happening. I didn't. Really,
of course not.
I didn't really think she was gonna show up, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
But she ended up being my nigga for a reason, right? Like, that's my dude. So she comes in and let's go. We go in the room. She shuts it, locks the door, and they're at the door. You know how dudes are. What the fuck's going on? We want to see. And she just walks in, locks the door, walks across the room, and there's like an empty room, probably about the size of this room here.
Mm-hmm.
She's standing in one corner, I'm standing in the other corner by the door. She drops her shit, bends over, spreads her cheeks. And I was like, well, all right.
That's my cue.
And then she goes, your turn. And I'm like, word. See, now here's the thing.
don't give me no disclaimers now.
No disclaimer. I'll just tell you what happened. So then I was like, well, shit, I didn't know I had to drop all my shit and whatnot. I thought we were just going to show our butts. I didn't know she was going to straight up spread the cheeks and show her booty hole. Like, I didn't know we was doing all that.
Yeah.
So I like just pull my shit down a little bit, right? Pull down just a little bit.
You teased her?
A little
You
past.
did a little strip?
I
strip with you?
because, you know, like, I didn't want my cock and balls just flopping around.
Who cares? At
Well,
this point?
I know, right?
At this point, it's
At
like,
this
look,
point,
like, look, both our pants are down. What's up?
Yeah, well, so I pull my shit down, and I bend over. And she's like, spread them. And at this point, my boys, they done got the little knife or whatever. They done unlocked the door, and they are trying to get in. And I'm like trying to hold them off. She's like, spread them. And I was like, fuck. So I let go of the door, spread my cheeks. The dudes, my boys run in the room, and they go, what the fuck is that smell? And she's like, oh, shit, what is that? They go, somebody shitting here?
You didn't wipe your ass like you thought you did.
Well, here's the thing, because I didn't recognize at that time that, like, booty sweat is a real thing. You get a little moisture.
That was sweat? It wasn't shit?
No, it wasn't no shit. It just smelled like sweaty booty. It smelled like fucking...
So you are hairy.
Yeah, it smelled like... Yeah, I never shaved my booty crack. But I also didn't know I was going to show my booty crack. Like, I was... I thought I was just going to show my ass. I'll show my ass to anybody. She's like, no, spread them. And I was like, oh, what? So, spread the cheeks. They bust in. What's that smell? Smell like hot buttered ass in here. And then now I'm just hot butter doodle boy. Just...
No, don't ever take that shit off.
So, with that being said, I have that trauma in my brain. And I'll be goddamn if I'm going to have my legs in the air and somebody be like, what's that smell? I ain't going to be that nigga again. Like,
to be fair, she sits on it. In the Amazon position, they sit on it.
Well, they're not supposed to be sitting. Those bitches are lazy. Okay, those squatting lazy. No, you're supposed to stand up, put your hand on your back of your hip, and get that motherfucker in.
Nah.
That's how they
sit on it, hold on to your legs, and then.
Is that the videos you watch where they were sitting on it?
Yeah.
No, you watching the bullshit. These motherfuckers be standing up and they be.
No.
I'll show you the real shit. No.
I just saw one on Reddit, and it was literally like you look at it, and this is from somebody who just standing there, and it's straight into the booty hole.
I got the shit fucking already bookmarked.
Of course you do, because next time you won't be in research mode. This is the bar now. This is the thing. Once you get deep into shit like that, this becomes your bar. Like anything less than that, I can't do it.
All right, I ain't gonna show it. See, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. See, this is the shit you were looking at. These bitches are lazy with that. Like,
no, she was grinding him.
I mean,
she was grinding him and holding his ankles.
Oh, you saw the ankle one? Oh wait, like
yeah,
like this bitch.
Oh. I do that the other way around.
Yeah, the thing we do.
Yeah,
The thing we do.
You lock the legs with the arms.
Right, and then they just.
God damn.
The,
No.
See, you saw them squatting. That ain't,
Look, I'm all for equality.
look, I be goddamn if some bitch is gonna be in the woods doing that to me. I am not workout equipment. You will not.
Look, I don't need to stretch that bad. I know I'm not limber, but I don't need to be stretching. Okay, I'm good. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. And you got that shit bookmarked?
Oh, no, it's not really bookmark. I just know where to look. I know where the page is.
Oh, my God.
I can get right to it quick.
No,
This is the thing, because it's created a moral dilemma for me. Because to each their own. I ain't going to talk shit about these people doing anything. I'm just saying I can't do it, right? Like, to each their own. But it's like, I can't stop watching it back.
I'm saying that's your bar now. That's where you're going to be.
Yeah, you can everything up to that.
No. The first phase was research mode.
Uh-huh.
Now, next time you watch it, you're gonna be in jerk off mode.
No, because I feel like I'm becoming a prude about it.
What?
Yeah, because I've researched it so much that like just now when you're like, oh, they're bouncing, you gotta go, no, those bitches aren't doing it right. Like I'm a fucking
No,
I'm a
that
purist
one
about
was
this
like.
shit.
I'm gonna show this to Anya because we talked about how she, when she's done with a relationship, she fucks the guy. I'm like, so you act like he's just a dildo, like he's just a fuck doll at that point.
What if that's what all these videos are? Are these chicks that are done with these dudes? They have no more respect for them.
Yes,
and they're just like, get on your back. I'm gonna fuck the shit out of you.
Exactly. I'm gonna show that to her. See what she says.
That might be a thing. That might be part of it.
It's literally like you're nothing to me at this point but a dick. That's all I want from you.
And I'm gonna fuck you the way you fucked me all these years.
Me. I'm gonna fuck you against the wall. You're gonna be on the couch. I'll be standing on the table, and I'll be standing, and I'm gonna grind you.
I'll be goddamn if a bitch gonna put me on the table and put my legs in the air.
You know your relationship is over?
And put my legs in the air. Listen, I know the first time my wife tried to put my legs in there, I'm like, she's finna leave me.
There's divorce coming. That's what's going. That's what's happening.
I'll be looking
That's
for
your
the
flag.
papers.
That's your red flag. Get on the bed and spread them cheeks. What?
That feels like something right out of the R. Kelly Stuck in the Closet. Look at them, they're doing it. Wait a second, his legs are up. Oh my gosh, she's fucking him.
The relationship is over.
I'm still in the closet.
Yeah, right. You're still in the closet. That's what happens. Let's wrap this up because it's been 2 hours and I woke up at 6 this morning.
Question.
What?
So you would not do the Amazon?
No.
Anything close to it?
No.
No?
I like when the girl rides. That's kind of cool.
I'm all about that.
I enjoy that.
I'm all about it. Like,
where like I'm literally not moving. She's the one moving me. Like I don't mind that. That's
right.
actually kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
It allows me to rest a little bit too.
Okay. I'm just curious.
Okay.
Like where is the line? Like for me, I know why I don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you? Why is that position not for you?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I don't. It doesn't seem enjoyable at all. And I don't like women taking over like that either. Fuck no. I'm like, don't do what I do. Come up with your own damn moves.
This show's getting canceled today.
I don't care.
We're both
you
canceled.
the one that said that. That's why Roe v. Wade got overturned.
I didn't say anything. I just said Supreme Court. That's all I said.
Yeah, we know what you're talking about.
I didn't say the words though. You said I didn't say.
No one. Look, I'm all for equality, but there's a limit.
Hey.
You know what I mean? You can't have it all.
Hey.
Look, I had okay. So last week we talked about dancing. Last weekend, this lesbian wanted to battle me. She is a lesbian, like butch, big titties,
flannel shirt, shortcut. I know the look.
No hair.
I can draw her.
No hair.
I can draw her from memory from here.
Okay, she had no hair. She was bald.
Got it.
Right, and we started dancing, and she started grinding hard on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, you want to grind? I'll grind back. So I held tighter. And at one point, she put her hand on my chest, trying to move me back, trying to get me to lean backwards. And I'm like, bitch, that's not happening.
I'm not. No.
I'm not leaning back. If I lean back, I'll do it on my own. but don't put your hand on my chest trying to push me
Mm-hmm.
to go down to lean back. So there's the line.
So I think we have a similar line, and I think if we're gonna be real about this line, if we're gonna get real Dr. Phil or Dr. Drew with it, it's dominance, right? Like,
Yeah, that's what it is.
I don't want to be dominated by anybody really.
Well, yeah, you can't even say a dude will do it.
I don't even. I don't. Yeah, it's
Well-
about not being dominated. Like, you can dominate me on the basketball court. You could dominate me in a bunch of different shit, and I ain't gonna throw a big hiss about it.
If someone dunks over you and put their nuts in your face, you're fine.
That's part of the game.
Okay,
That's part of the game.
fair enough.
Yeah, because you come back with that shit again. Prison rules, bitch. Spine buster. Here we go. I would drop you. Like, yeah. I'm not as young as I used to be. Back in the day, that's a different story. I'll meet you at the rim. But today, I'm just gonna push the shit out of you. Fucking, you could dominate me in a lot of stuff. As long as if you dunked on me and I fell on my back
Yeah.
and my legs went over my head, we gotta fight.
You really got PTSD on.
We
You are
gotta fight.
traumatized from that ass whooping you got.
We gotta fight. If my legs go up in the air, we gotta fight. That's
And if he lands back, Amazon position style on you.
I got a boyfriend.
Yes.
Because so like I've been so enamored by this thing. Like, I've had this conversation with a bunch of people. Not just you, but I was like, I would like to talk to you about it because I've just been curious. Like, if this is what's going on out in these streets, like this is how these young cats is fucking now. I kind of want to know that, right? You know, so not that I'm out here fucking, but like, kind of want to know what's this. That's what I'm saying. Like Reddit,
What them kids are off to.
yeah, like these Reddit, like I get to know a little bit more about what's happening, the things that are happening that people aren't nobody's gonna tell you that they were fucking with their legs in the air last night. Oh, but I saw a video of the nigga fucking with his legs in the air. So it's like, oh, this is real. They got a whole subreddit with 250,000 followers. It's a good number of people that are into this shit. As comedians, we're performing for these people. So if I can find a way to slide or something in there, for whatever. So I've had these conversations, and I was talking with Andrew Horniman, and that's how I knew that that's the old power bottom position. Because when I showed it to him, he was like, "Oh, these bitches stole our move. We've been fucking like that." But in his more Horniman voice.
Yeah.
And he was like, "They stole our move. That ain't nothing but the power bottom position. Power bottom don't mean you got to be on the bottom. Sometimes the power bottom can dominate." And I was like, oh, that's fucked up. See, these white people just keep appropriating everybody's shit. They can't stop taking shit from people. Now y'all taking the gay guy's fuck move? That's fucked up.
Hey man, it's nothing shocks me no more. It's anything.
Yeah.
I'm like I've seen so much shit, and I mean I'm a nerd too. I'll think of something, and I'm like, oh well, there's a Facebook group, there's a meetup group. You know, they get together.
You think there's an Amazon Facebook group?
Of course, there's. Look, there's got to be people, just like there's people who dress up like furry animals. They get together. Yeah, the furries. Yeah. So that's the thing. I have conventions and shit. I'm sure there's like a Facebook group. It's not called Amazon Position Aficionado.
No, it's called I Fuck With My Legs Up.
Yeah. But I get it. I don't know, and I don't know it. But it's out there. So I'm like, to me, it's like, look, everything's a spectrum. Some people are further out than others. Like, what's crazy to you is Tuesday to someone else.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, look, by all means, do you, as long as you're not hurt nobody. I don't give a fuck. Now, the thing is, there's the bar for everybody. And what I'm curious about is that who was the dude that had that done once and was like, oh, now this is my shit. Just like whoever was dressed up like a furry and fucked the first time was like, oh, from now on, I'm dressing up like a squirrel every night, every time we fuck, honey.
Right.
So that's the more interesting part of it. Yeah, it's out there. Whoop-de-doo. But the psychological...
I'm there with you too. How do we get to this?
That's the interesting part, because when you think of... We're talking about it with Angelo, like, yeah, we came up with, there was some stats like 40% of the internet is porn or some shit like that. That's porn content, right? And how as freaky and as demented dudes are, like, the limit is your imagination.
I don't think a dude came up with that position.
No, it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, that if that becomes the bar to him,
Mm-hmm.
he's like, yo, I actually like this.
Mm-hmm.
This is what I do. Like just like people like to be hung by their skin. That's the thing.
Okay, yeah.
Or
all right.
people who are like,
Ew,
oh,
yeah.
I'm into toes. I don't care how dirty they are or whatever. So that to me would be the more interesting part. The fact that it exists, yeah, okay, fine, it exists. Now I know. I don't need to know.
We're past the discovery portion. Now you want to get into the real R&D.
Yes, that's the interesting part. That's
with
why I'm
you.
not shocked by this kind of stuff. Because I mean, you could go look now that porn is free, and there's categories
Check out Reddit, y'all.
at a. You can think of anything. There's a category for it. There's a porn star for it. There's a people who practice that. Fuck, you can find it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You can find it everywhere. And so now I'm like, okay, now it's out there. Why is it out there? Like, why do people actually partake in that kind of shit? And it's not a good or bad, kind of conversation.
Not at all. No.
It's hey, tell me, if I were to meet one of these guys, I'd be like, tell me what that does for you.
Yeah.
What was it? Not that I want to do it, but I'm like, I'm
It's
just
a curiosity.
Curious. Yeah, exactly.
It's basic human curiosity. And to be honest, like, it's not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not knocking these people.
Yeah.
But it's interesting.
Yeah.
There's something interesting. There's more, like you said, there's more to this than her snarling at him, grabbing him by the throat.
Yeah. Next thing you know, he's taking out the trash.
Oh,
And he's doing the dishes. And he's doing everything.
He's probably the greatest husband
I bet.
or the best side nigga.
And what if she makes more than him?
She makes that's why he's in that position. 100% why.
Exactly.
Which means
he drives her car.
I'm driving my wife's car right now. I'm 3 months away from my legs being in the air. That's what I'm worried about, back. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm 3 months away from her being like, you know what? Put your legs up. Put your legs all the way up.
Watch, you're going to find your Reddit history and be like, oh, that's what he's into. No wonder. That's all he needed.
As far as my wife is concerned, Reddit is for education.
Oh, sure. You're one click away from something about astrophysicists.
Oh, real quick.
No. It's easy to get out of Reddit.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, still, cover your tracks. But look, my next question is, if that exists, what's the upgrade?
Facts. What's next?
What's the one after that? Like she sits on your face. That's already been done.
See, and you know what? Here's the thing.
And I actually don't mind that.
If it had been like a chick with a strap on doing a dude, it wouldn't have phased me at all, right? Because that's
right. But sit with the legs up.
No. Just like if she was just hitting it doggy style, like I would just like
It's just getting pegged.
Yeah, it's like whatever, whatever. But it was seeing that and like all the ways they do, and it's just like, oh come on guys, like it's different. It was something different. I had not seen that before. And if this is the direction we're going, I don't know what's next back, is what I'm saying. If now guys are cool getting dominated with their feet in the air, having somebody blow off in the butt, then I don't know what's next. You know what?
Oh, I know what's next.
Do you?
Yeah. So picture the same thing, but instead of you lying on your back, you lying on your upper shoulders and you pulling your back up and she's on top of you.
Oh yeah, like the one I just showed you, the bitch in the woods.
Yeah, but like the dude props his back up. Like you put your elbows on the ground and then you prop your back up all the way, right? And you basically
Listen here, I'm gonna be honest. As far as like where you're hitting in that position, you're probably hitting all the spots for her. Right? And that's the thing. It probably has nothing to do with the man's enjoyment as much as what it's doing for her. You're probably, because in that, like where she has the full range of motion, you are
like that. So,
but that looks like a guy and that looks like a girl.
No, I'm saying reverse it. Reverse it. The girl's on top.
My feet don't go like that.
Well, I mean,
my legs.
She'll make it work somehow.
Then we'll be in the hospital later. Get my hips put back in place. Like,
look, man,
my shits don't bend that way.
Somebody's happy. That's all I'm saying.
I'm sure. I'm positive. Whatever's next, more power to him. More power to him. I'm glad that we're still reinventing shit. Like it's not even like I'm sure you could have found this shit in the Kama Sutra.
Oh yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Have you ever read it?
I've looked at it. In paperback.
Take notes.
In paperback.
Paperback. What are you doing in the library, son? I'm learning.
No, not even the library. I used to go to Barnes and Nobles and shit back in the day. You just fucking go in there, look at the book, get a couple positions, go on back to the dorm,
And try them out.
try them, or try to try them out.
Try to try them out.
Yeah.
Is the correct
Ew,
term.
put my leg down, nigga. You ain't finna.
But hey, it's all, that's the thing. Like, yeah, again, it doesn't faze me at all. Like, I'm not shocked.
You know what? As a dad,
Mm-hmm.
I hope that by the time our children are of an age where they become sexually active, which preferably, hopefully, would be after they graduate high school. Maybe on their wedding night.
In this day and age,
Yeah.
shit.
Well, by then, this is gonna be. I'm just like, give me at least 10, 15 years. I am hopeful that we'll be having sex like they do in Demolition Man, and I'm okay with that.
What is it?
And Demolition Man, where they put the headpieces on and the neural stimulators and shit, and there was actually no physical contact.
Yeah.
I'm all
You
about
want to
that.
get to that?
Yeah, like if that's how our kids have sex and they reproduce by going to a lab and submitting their samples and doing all that, cool. Because
How about shit just gets boring and you still got to reinvent it? You got to keep like upping your level.
look, I got a little girl, and that changes the way I look at all this.
Of course it does.
It changed. That's why I'm like, hopefully in 10 years we don't even touch no more.
Yeah, of course you think that.
I'll give up physical contact forever.
Rogan has a whole bit on that. Like, if someone touches my little girl, I will never stop shooting him.
Yeah. And I mean, even boyfriend, somebody, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Daddy's little girl, man. She
Man,
don't suck a dick. You know what's weird?
what was that? Wait, I murdered this whole house. What, nigga?
You know the weird part is that you can look. I've been thinking about this lately, and this is gonna sound weird, but
Weirder than everything I just said for the past 15 minutes.
yeah. But you can be out in the public, right? You can bunch of people around and look at women, and you're like, she probably sucked a dick. You ever thought that?
No, because they all do.
I know, but just like you picture that person that you see in front of you at the bus stop or at HEB. She's a cashier, or
And you picture her sucking a dick?
no, I don't picture her, but I'm like, I know she does that. But here she is. Hey, would you like this? Would you like that? I'm like, I know you suck dick.
Oh, you're just judging people. Why?
I'm not judging. It's not. No, I didn't say right or wrong. I did not say right or wrong.
I'm just saying, you out here just calling people out for what they do with their mouth. I mean, everybody sucked the dick.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, not me. You said exactly though. Gotcha.
Motherfucker, I'm tired. I'm tired. All right.
That's usually your move to try to fucking trick me into saying some shit.
Yeah. I got enough evidence. We're gonna isolate a bunch of clips from this.
What's your dope shit?
So there's a podcast that I love in the same vein called the Strictly Anonymous podcast. It's basically this girl who she doesn't go by her real name. His name is like Kathy K, something like that. And she gets on Craigslist or Backpage, and she puts an ad, said, "Hey, if you have a sex story or something that goes on in your sex life you'd like to talk about, you can call in the show anonymously with a fake name and just talk about what's going through in your life." So you end up with episodes like Annie had a foursome with her husband, her boyfriend, and her intimate female partner. Billy started swinging in the military and continued when he got out. Fetish Friday, Scott is a gay dom who hooks up with straight subs. So it's people calling in the whole show and then just talking about their sex life. So wifing, cuckolding, gangbangs. Some bitch called in and she was like, "Oh yeah, I mean, I had a bucket list of stuff I wanted to do before I die, and I got my first gangbang last week." Like that kind of shit.
Dude, do you know that there's actually like a large community for that here in Austin?
Gangbangs?
All of that. I learned it from Reddit. I've learned.
You're in a private society?
Huh?
Private society? It's basically a swingers club.
Oh, there's another one up north.
No, it's not here. This is like nationwide.
Oh, okay. No, I know that there's one here.
And they it's basically like everyday folks doing amateur porn. And they have get-togethers in Iowa or wherever, and they have like full-on orgies and stuff. But when you're a member, then you get to fuck other members or some shit like, or they have a roster of people. I don't know how it works. All I know is it's literally a bunch of people who like. It's basically amateur porn, really.
Okay.
But it's everyday people.
Huh? Like I've
I didn't know Austin had a community like that.
There's a lot of freak stuff happening in Austin.
In those hills, of course they are.
No, not even in the fucking hills. Like all around us. Like I mean, I've never like delved so deep as to like hit somebody or nothing like that. But it's like I said, like I learned a lot about the society we live in.
Oh, I know they're out there.
While searching for porn on Reddit. And like one thing I found is that here in Austin, there are a lot. There's in this whole area. Remember Erin that we met up in Round Rock?
Yeah.
She was telling me, like she started talking about it, and I was like, I've heard of this shit. I was like, she starts talking, and there's a club here, begins with a C. I think it's
like Swingers Club.
Who?
It's like a Swingers Club.
Yeah, it begins with a C. I think it's like called Coulter's. Huh?
Colette.
Yep, that's it. Yep. And you got to have like a membership to get in there, or you got to pay a fee to get in and shit.
Is that your dope shit?
No. I actually have a good dope shit, but what I'm saying is like I've learned a lot about this stuff, and it's like there's a lot of these people are all around us living regular lives and shit, and
that's what I mean.
And
they're freaks in the back.
I know, but I'm not. I mean, we all know they. So now, if you just said, "Oh, this bitch has been in a fucking gangbang," I've seen like posts on Reddit where it's like, I'm gonna be downtown Austin this Saturday. I'm looking for a gangbang. I'm looking for 10 to 15 dudes. Hit me up, and then I'll have like a list of parameters, like you got to get STD check. You got to do these certain things. All this has to be done before the gangbang. Then you show up and then provide us the information. First, you got to like just tell them you've got it. Then you got to provide the information, and then you get them come in the room and have a gangbang because this person just wanted to have a gangbang, right? And they've got like all these different types of like things. I've seen these posts on ATX for ATX and all this shit. I found all these fucking groups, and it's like I don't read. I don't.
You go deep, man.
Well, because it's interesting.
If you're at the local level, I think you've gone too deep.
No, because it's interesting to me. It's just
I get it.
It's very interesting. Like these. Cause
I miss Cheatham. You know what to do next.
This subculture. Breaking down these subcultures and whatnot. Because like the reason I even started podcasting to begin with. Well, first the reason I started podcasting was because as a comedian, I just wanted to have another outlet.
Sure.
But then once I started like having guests on and stuff, I got really curious about people and really interested in people's stories and like things that I don't know. All these different aspects of life that I had no idea. I've lived here for 14 fucking years. I had no idea that there was a swingers club here or that there was and because they've done a good job of keeping that shit under wraps. Right until I come up here and you call the club out in public.
Oh yeah, if you're a member of Colette, holla.
But no, I just think it's super interesting that there's all these different subgroups within where you can be a member of this group, but then you've got some other shit that you're also into that I would have never thought about. I never heard the phrase hot wife until
I told you about a hot wife.
Well, I had heard about it by then, but like. In the past couple months is the first time I heard of a hot wife. I heard of cuck. Yeah. I hadn't heard of a hot wife. I hadn't heard of like people talking about I'm looking for a breeder. I'm looking to get bread. I'm like the milking tables and shit.
Listen to the Strictly Anonymous podcast.
I will, because that type of stuff interests me. It's a part of life that, especially like in the black community, all that shit is under wraps.
No black people talk
black people don't talk about this shit, right?
Even though we're the most sexualized people, because here's the thing. The mood can change. And I've talked about this with a friend of mine. He's like, "Oh, you're tripping." I'm like, "No, check this out. If there's a room full of white women and the black guy walks in, sexual tension is instant. That's always the case." I went to a party once. It was at a condo downtown, rooftop and everything, or ballroom, whatever. It's like the penthouse, right? One of my boys was DJing, and then I show up and I'm just wearing jeans, jeans, t-shirt, hat, whatever, right?
The back look.
Yeah, exactly. People were a little on the decked out kind of look, right?
Really?
So I show up, and I'm there to support my boy, and it was mostly women, and they were like, "Oh, here comes the black dancers here to entertain us." And they literally wanted to battle me. They had their hands all over me, and I'm like, "Yeah, that is a thing. When the black man enters a room, sexual tension goes up."
But we don't.
Yet we don't talk about
We
it.
don't talk about it. Like in our community,
We really don't.
It's not very prevalent. That conversation isn't prevalent. Whereas white people don't give a fuck. They'll tell you all the freaky shit they're into.
Like, fuck them out the ass and know it.
Yeah, they'll tell you all about it. But like in our community, we don't talk about this stuff, and we might be doing all types of shit, but we under wraps.
Yep.
Under wraps. So it's like,
Next you know, you're Amazoning, and then you get called gay by your boys, even though you enjoy it.
even though she came, that's what we here for, right, dog?
Yeah.
That's what we here for. I bust a nut, she bust a nut. That's what that's what we here for. But it's like all this stuff is super interesting to me because these are conversations that we don't have.
Yeah.
Right? These are stuff that we don't talk about and shit. And it's like there's a lot of people that are into this shit. And I'm not curious from the standpoint of like I want to be a part. I'm curious because I just want to understand. I want to know. I want to, what is this like? What is this life about? You're not a fucking weirdo. You got a job. You do everything.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it about this? How did you get into this? Like, I want to know shit. There's a lot of things I'm very interested in, but this just happens to be one thing that's come across my palate over the past couple months, and it's just like, huh.
You know what? Now let's see if we can get somebody. We can record a podcast somewhere else and see if we can get somebody.
What, to Amazon you?
No, to talk about that shit. Like,
okay.
See if they're into what's the story and everything.
I guarantee you, we know some people that are into it.
Oh, like that's what I mean. Like you look around you when you're in public and you're like, behind closed doors, she could be the best dick sucker in the world.
But that's the thing. White people don't want to talk about this shit. This is why it's been under wraps so long.
That's why it's called Strictly Anonymous.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you can be they don't even give where they live or anything like that. But that's why I love the podcast because they call it like Let Your Freak Flag Fly or some shit like that.
Freak Flag Fly?
Yeah. And it's a great concept. I love the concept and the fact that it's anonymous, it helps, but also people who are looking into getting into any of these practices like the hot wifing, all of that stuff. So check it out. That's my dope shit. What's your dope shit? Oh, you already said it.
No, real dope shit. My dad is my dope shit. I love my dad, and
that's right. It was Father's Day this month.
It was Father's Day. Happy Father's Day, belated.
Thank you.
But just like my dad wasn't there for a good chunk of my childhood, and so there's a lot of things about being a dad that I don't know. Because I didn't see these things done, because I didn't have these experiences. And now that me and my dad are like super cool, like for the past 10 years or so, there's just a lot I didn't know that was part of being a dad. Like things that dads do.
Wipe your ass? What?
No, not wipe your ass. Like, cause
I did.
My wife's dad, my father-in-law, he passed 5 years ago now. This month it was 5 years ago, and so I was, I had an up and down month this month. It was up. I had highs that were super high, and I had some really low lows. And my dad was there to pick me up in some of those lows and help me get back on track, help me get my mind right, and I just didn't realize that that's a dad thing, because I was talking to my wife about it, and she's like, yeah, that's what dads do.
Yeah.
And she's like, that's why I miss my dad so much, because that's what dads do. Like, that's exactly what dads are for. And it's like, oh, fuck. That means I got to do that shit too. At some point, which I can't wait to be able to reciprocate it, but it just opened my eyes more to, what the job of a father is. And I'm just mad happy that I have this relationship with my father. And he picked me up this month like a motherfucker. And, I didn't expect it. Came out of nowhere. I didn't even think it was the type of shit.
Did you tell him or he guessed it?
No, I was going through some shit and I called him to talk about it.
Oh, you called him?
I called him to talk about it, and he was going through some shit of his own, like at the same time. And it was like, and as I'm breaking down the situation, and he's just like, "Hold on, man." And he's like, he sat there and he, I've never come to my dad like in the time of need. I've never come to my dad if I've needed help or if I've had anything. I've never come to my dad.
I haven't either.
Never have.
Actually, except in my my separation a little bit, but I'm like, I can't take my dad's advice when it comes to relationships.
Fact.
I have a hard time doing that. Business wise, no problem.
Yeah.
Because that's what he does. Like he worked his way up to vice president of sales, IBM sales. And that's
Nice.
the reason why we're here.
Yeah.
So he worked his way up. 40 years of IBM. People swear by him all the time about how much they helped him in their careers and everything. He always brags about how great of a boss he was. And so we've all been treated like, not always, but there was always a business lesson in everything he says.
Mm.
Like he wrote a book after he retired 3 years ago.
Your dad's an author?
Yeah, he wrote a book about his life. It's called basically How to Apply African Wisdom to the Business World. He wrote it in French first, and my sister translated it in English. It's actually pretty cool.
Did it move numbers?
Doesn't matter.
I'm just curious.
No, I don't think. I don't know. I don't see. It's on Amazon, but I mean, I read it in French, and it's a lot of like the personal stories and how they relate to his career, and basically, it's like the audience for the book is really anybody. From look at it from a cultural side, from a business side, from a like personal. It's actually really dope. So. I'll add a link to. I should have plugged that book a long time
you
ago.
should have been plugged.
No, I have been. But
Add a
it's
link to
great.
this one.
Yeah, I add a link to my dad's.
So that way, after you guys get done listening to Amazon and tooting and booting with your feet in the air,
I'd be
then you
like,
can go
Dad, I
fucking
plugged your
find
book
them.
on my podcast. Well,
Yeah.
After what? Talking about
Yeah.
Amazon position.
There's so much shit that I just didn't know that pops did.
Oh.
That like dads do. And
I had a proud dad moment.
did you know?
Yes. I know I told you this, but my son was 4, and he's a music nerd already.
Mm-hmm.
We're driving, and there's a song by Louis Jordan. It's called "Is You Ain't My Baby," and it's actually we learned it from the Tom and Jerry episode, right?
Is you ain't my baby.
Yeah, that one. And so there was another version on Spotify that I found, and we're listening to it in the car, and he goes, "Daddy, there's 2 people singing in French." And I said, "Really?" He goes, "Play it again." I play it again. I'm like, "I'm not hearing it." Play it again. I'm not hearing it. And yes, he was right. The chorus was doubled. I never noticed he did.
Good ear.
Seriously. And then I text his mom. I'm like, this is what he just did. Like he told me that the chorus was doubled. I had to listen to it twice, 3 times before I figured that shit out. She goes, oh yeah, he does that. And then he'll tell me to shut up if there's a song and there's a guy singing and she's singing. She goes, "No, shut up. It's not your part yet." So he picks up on shit like that already.
Nice.
And I'm like, holy crap.
Louis Jordan also sang Beans and Cornbread, didn't he?
I don't know that.
I'm
No,
almost
song I know.
You don't know Beans and Cornbread? Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread.
To me, it's You Ain't My Baby.
He Beans and Cornbread is another great one by Louis Jordan. I think that you would enjoy that one. You and your son would enjoy Beans and Cornbread.
Okay, I'll check it out.
For sure. If you like him, I'm almost positive it's Louis Jordan that sings that song too. That's my jam.
All right, let's see.
If the next time I got a podcast, I'm gonna use that song as my.
Yeah, it's him.
It is it. Yeah, Beans and Cornbread's the shit. That's my song right there. I'll fucking.
Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread.
Yeah, he'll like that.
Beans and cornbread. Beans and cornbread had a fight. Beans knocked cornbread out of sight. Cornbread said, "Now that's all right. Meet me on the corner tomorrow night."
Okay, sold.
Yep, that's my jam, son.
I like this shit. All right, let's wrap it up. We've been
Wrap it up.
2 hours. People find you.
People can find me on IG at _ Aaron Cheatham. Twitter, everything is _ Aaron Cheatham, or just look me up, Aaron Cheatham, on Facebook. The come up will be back July 19th. I'll be announcing who's going to be on that show probably within the next week or so. But you can find me all over town. I don't want to give you a list of dates, but I've got a booked calendar for next month. So please,
I can't make that one.
Please come out, show some love. If you see me, fucking come say what's up. Real talk. I'm not tripping. I'm a easy guy to get a hold of. You can't miss me. I'll be the tall dude with my legs in the air.
You'd be moseying around.
Yeah, I'd definitely be moseying around.
Just what he does.
And you see back out, fucking come through, say what's up. If you would talk to back, you can come talk to me. I'm much more approachable than back.
What?
Far more approachable than back.
No way.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have the network I have if I was not approachable.
I'm not saying you're not approachable. I'm just saying I'm more approachable.
Nah, I'm not having it.
I might not.
Right.
I might not reach out and hit you back. I might not follow up on a callback, but I'm approachable.
I'm teaching this guy how to network, how to build relationships, and he's going to tell me that he's more approachable than me.
If I could build a goddamn network if I wanted to build a network.
Sure, get started.
I did. I started with you.
Yeah, I walked up to you.
No, I walked up to you.
No.
Yes.
And I said
I walked up to you. You were with Brandon Lewin. I was on my way out of the creek. I said bye to Brandon, and he goes, "Hey, do you know back?"
Oh, that's right. But you walked up to Brandon, not me.
I didn't know you at the time.
Okay.
And then
But
Brandon
you didn't walk up because of me.
Because you're not approachable. That's why I talked to Brandon.
No.
And it was dark. I couldn't see you.
Oh, shut up. It was light up. It was light up at the creek. Anyway, all right. Follow the feedback everywhere. I have a bunch of people coming up. Leah Sampson will be on pretty soon. Make sure you subscribe. Check out the YouTube channel. All the videos are there. And thank you for tuning in. And we'll talk to you next time. Ciao, ciao. Thanks, Aaron.
Bye.